Oh yeah, that's why we don't remember anything
welcome
on
back.
this side of the table.
Cool. We can jump in. A little recap of last session. Considering that most people probably didn't take notes. I don't know.
I did take some notes. I haven't read them.
I haven't read them.
What do you remember?
They
what
make
are
no
your notes
sense,
say?
but
Let's see. Where did I actually start our... Okay, that's still 2. We were given a map to the frozen fields, and mentioned to follow the river up. And in doing so, I remember that I wrote... No, didn't write what the vision was, but we long rested, and Sal at least had a vision at some point during that.
It was a dream.
A dream, okay. We continued to go north through the snowy pines, and we ran into a blizzard. I've got perception checks, survival checks, perception checks, all which are low. And then, let's see. We did find where there is a thick layer of ice. The river disappears. So the river disappeared, and then we ended up tracking towards the forest without Fenix's blessing. She was not happy about us kind of moving west, I think, into the forest there. Manny summoned a red dragon.
With a card.
Yeah, but, you know.
It's like the Ace of Hearts or something.
Yeah, something like that to scare away an encounter there. And then, let's see. We fought something. I didn't write what we were fighting.
we fought the birds and.
Was this where you?
I think,
Is it really just last session that he fell out of the sky and?
Sandworms.
That's just the last session. Okay.
Yeah, that was,
Manny got picked up, killed, revived in the air, and then smacked on the ground and died again.
Just
to
kind
be
of
revived. Back and forth.
Back out.
I got.
As he wakes up in the sky, he's like, "This one's for you, Grandpa."
Yeah. Yes.
Oh yeah, that was it. Is I saved his butt, and then he called lightning
on himself.
down on him damn self,
yeah.
and I'm like, what the hell, dude?
Didn't you hit perfectly to kill yourself too? Like it was the perfect amount of damage.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I think that sounds right.
Then Fenix and Sal got swallowed by a worm, as far as we can, a giant purple worm. Yeah, so we got swallowed by a worm, and we were taking damage, and I think Luke was about to kill 2 of us, but he didn't, so thank you for that. And then we met up with Yahan. Yahan. He was happy to hear about the grove being clean. He was mapping the plains when his partner and him met a stranger, and basically his partner seemed to have gone into a trance and ended up attacking Yahan, and so Yahan fought back and ended up murdering his companion, and that's why he's been hiding out in the northern fields. And then we long rested and got to level 8, and I don't know if I leveled myself up, to be honest.
Oh, right. Wait a second.
We should probably all
Everybody
check that.
Level 8?
If Luke confirms that, then we might not have done our due diligence as players. I am level 8.
I think I did, because I get really excited about leveling up that I don't move.
Okay, I am level 8 officially, so that's kind of where we left off. But I think we were headed back towards... What's the towns that we're in? Nix. I was going to say Nern, but that's Tamural or something.
Back to it was at the Brambleberry Tavern where we were like...
Yeah, and I think Yahan was going with us as a party collectively, because one of you convinced him. Yeah. Because Manny is not quite certain if you're killing him. We're not killing him yet.
I still have the contract for him, and I'm like trying to test the waters. Like, I mean, if he gets close to like a cliff ledge, I mean, who says a strong wind might push him off?
Right.
You know.
Right. So.
I'm very against that plan.
Yes, so that's kind of my notes.
I'm keeping eyes on Manny now.
We traveled north. We fought our fight and found the guy that Manny was looking for right now in a moment. So we're kind of headed back.
I forgot, did he agree to come back with us?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, at least at the...
He's escorting us back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To Nyx.
Yeah, so start this off with E4. Do you have any other tidbits for us, Luke, that I forgot?
No, that actually covers it all. Yeah.
Okay.
You met Yahan. He agreed to travel back and turn himself in to the guild because he had no reason to stay up in the plains now that the giants were no longer staying there. He wasn't going to try and live out in the plains on his own.
Right.
It is expected to take a few days. Luckily for you guys, they do saddle you up on a couple elk, so you guys are off your feet for the journey. Instead,
so thankful.
So you guys aren't hiking, which does shorten the time by quite a lot. You're moving at a giant's pace instead of your own pace. As the giants push this herd south. Heading south, taking 4 or 5 days before you guys see the edge of the forest. In the southern distance, the herd starts to bank eastward as they make their way closer to the direction of the river that ends up conjoining down with the Giant's Grotto. At this point, you guys stop for one last night of camp, and Yahan ends up in a fairly lengthy conversation with Gauche, the leader of the stone giant herd, before he kind of nods him off. And you guys settle down for the last night of rest. Yahan seems observant, but doesn't seem like he's trying to run away. He doesn't seem nervous at all. He seems very resigned to whatever fate awaits him.
Did I keep a copy of the contract to review? Like if it's either brought back dead or alive, or was it just like an assassination?
It was
contract?
It was just proof of death. Like,
Proof of death.
Yeah, it was dead. It was dead or alive.
Okay.
Yeah, which is what we reminded you.
Yeah,
have
it
to
doesn't
be dead.
have to be dead. Okay.
He just, yeah.
Just
And we're
needs to be
bringing him
brought
back exactly where they wanted him returned.
So it sounds like still fulfills the contract. So
I could always bring
Yeah,
him
which
back
is why
perma
I don't know
life.
why you were trying to kill him.
He could be Bob the Third. Sorry.
I was gonna say he could be the next Bob. But we were warned not to fight him because he is very strong. So we had plenty of warnings against him. So yeah, if he's cooperating, I mean, yeah, like to. I don't want to really interact with him too much. Just I don't want to give him any hints that I have a contract. So I'm probably gonna be a little bit more aloof around him in the camp.
From your guys' first conversation, like he's aware of the contract's existence, and he also, after a nat 20 insight check, definitely.
Yeah, I was
under
gonna
the assumption,
say,
like,
I
that
thought
guy knows
you-
about the contract.
Oh, okay.
I think you rolled low against a DM check on that.
No.
Oh.
I asked him for a deception check, and he was before you even got a chance to roll. I rolled his insight and was like, "Well, that's a natural 20." And
Yeah.
you're like, "Oh, wait a second." You rolled like a 16 minus 1.
I'm still not gonna like buddy up with him
Oh, yeah.
and like try to charm him or anything. I'm just gonna be like, all right, well.
You're
As
not
long as you're
offering
cooperating.
him mud?
It's hard to make mud in the Arctic tundra.
That hasn't stopped you before.
Well, I
You
don't
must
know
really
right now.
hate him.
I don't hate him. I just
You don't like him.
Want my
don't
money?
like- yeah,
I
I
think
just
this
want
is
my
the
money.
first- I
This
think
is a job. I'm trying to be a professional.
This is the... I must be influencing you a little bit. I think you're learning not to make friends, which is a good thing.
Well, not everyone is worth being my friend. Only special few get that privilege.
I agree. There's not many I would call my equal.
Do you call anyone your equal?
Probably the Snake Lord.
Well, sounds.
Who is this? Oh, I'm probably not there.
She's just making shit up.
I believe it. I don't
Just
know.
to confuse.
Right, I imagine part of the Yaun-ti tribe.
Yeah.
Like has some snake lord on my front.
The Snake Lord?
I
Fuck
believe
going
it.
on.
And the leader of the giants was his name was Grog? Gauche. And they're parting ways towards the giant's grotto.
They're stopping for the last night of camp, but they definitely started like banking a little bit more eastward. And you guys were gonna split just before the forest. And so you guys are definitely coming towards the northeastern side of the edge of that yew forest, rather than like right down the middle.
Okay, I don't think we had any more business with the grotto other than the guy who stayed, the giant who stayed behind. Balrock, yeah. I have his name somewhere.
Balrock is very Lord of the Rings.
Bolrock.
Bowl.
Yeah, I guess we just sleep the night and head the next day.
Back to civilization. So uncivilized out here.
I kind of want to keep a watch on Yahan, make sure he doesn't sneak off in the night. I'll just let y'all know that while we're keeping watch.
This is both him being suspicious about somebody.
I mean,
coming from this town of
contract.
20, where he trusts everything his elder said, to being suspicious about this one person. This is pretty impressive. You gotta admit.
So I'll, as part of kind of the watch duty, whoever I'm like passing off the responsibility to, I'm like, hey, make sure you keep an eye on Yahan. So
I'll take the darkest of the dark watch, since I can see well.
Give me a perception check.
okay.
Do you have dark vision?
Manny, I don't think furbolgs have dark vision. Do you know, Krista?
No, we don't. That's
don't.
why we take the dusk and the dawn.
Oh,
So
That's
yeah,
why I have
it's
dark
these two
vision.
and us two. That's why you and I typically take the dusk and dawn watches of the night.
12 perception
12?
check.
About halfway through your shift, you like look down, scan, look down, scan, look down, scan, look down. Oh, he's not there anymore.
Damn. Guys, wake up. Yahan's not in, like, he had a pet, right? Like
there's a dire wolf that's still curled up asleep.
the direwolf said, okay, gotcha. In that case, I'm not gonna cause an alarm. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait and try to observe the wolf. She has a druid. I'm just gonna cast speak with animals and. Wait, the wolf's asleep, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna wait. Yeah, and I don't want to poke a sleeping bear, so I'll just wait.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, your watch goes and passes, and you don't see him return, and it's time for you to pass off the torch to the next person, and he's still not back.
Yahan's missing, but his dog's still here, so I think he'll be back. I assume Sal's next, since it's darker.
This concerns me, Hal.
Well, we're trying to bring him back to Nyx.
So it doesn't concern me.
It concerns all of us. We need proof that he's
I don't know
alive.
that it concerns me at all. I will get up for watch. You go to sleep. I'll be back in the morning.
Alright. Don't let any alligators sneak up on us.
I dealt with that alligator fair and square. I used the code word.
You did. I was gonna say, don't forget, we got the phrase.
I haven't forgotten.
Okay.
I just choose not to use it sometimes.
Just go to sleep.
Yeah, Sal, as she does, she only basically sits up in her sleeping bag or sleeping mat and just sits there, just kind of staring out, unblinking.
Fair enough. Each of your guys' shifts comes and goes, and then it would be the morning shift with Fenix. And just before the break of dawn is when you see him trotting back from a little bit farther north, over one of the plains, comes down, gives you a little nod of the hat. you would see as he approaches, wakes up the wolf, and he seems to have almost like a conversation with it. And after a little bit, the wolf turns and starts trotting off northward without him.
Anything you want to share?
No. It's
Are you going to be exhausted today?
It's a good friend, but where we're going, she can't come.
Ah. I think I understand. Are you going to be exhausted today?
No.
Okay.
Not that it would matter anyways.
They'll probably have some questions. I kind of knew you'd come back.
Didn't put much of a fight to stop me anyways.
It's true. Okay. We'll let them sleep the rest of their hours. Manny is quite grumpy if you wake him up. Actually, that's not true. It's Sal, which I'm sure you could figure out by now.
That's easy to notice. Morning comes. You guys all awake. The giants go on their way, leading the herd farther east. Now, as you guys approach the edge of the forest and they bank eastward.
Is there a dire wolf with them?
No, the dire wolf went north.
Oh, that's right.
And you guys watch as the herd travels away, and you guys are left alone. The party of 4 plus Yahan. The 3 of you would have awoken to see that his wolf was gone in the morning. And you guys are free to head towards the Yew Forest and enter it.
Are we close to the border where the rangers normally patrol?
They patrol the edge of the forest, yeah.
Okay. And we're about to get back to the edge of the forest. Yeah. Probably within that morning time when we start traveling?
Yeah. You guys would hit the edge of the forest within like an hour and a half of on the move.
Do we still have the elks to ride, or they just took them all back to the...
Nope, they took them.
Okay. Oh, well, good morning, everyone. Who wants some coffee?
Not I.
Legit
really
coffee?
You know it. Manny's finest. We'll make a big pot of mud coffee and offer some to Yahan.
He doesn't drink it.
It's rude. Okay.
You watch as he kind of like waves his finger, and up like a little bushel like sprouts from the snow, like breaks through the snow, and presents a couple berries, and he picks one off and pops in his mouth, and he goes, "That's all I need."
That's a handy trick.
We have something like that with our apples.
Oh, the golden apples?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty nice. I keep forgetting we have those.
I know you do.
You did give a few away to the giant too.
Yeah, I did. They have their own stock. At least you have your own stock.
I think 8 or so.
I think we let Kurt, quote unquote, have his, so he still has his.
I think I grabbed Kurt's apples. Well, are you all ready to head back to Nukes?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. You've been awfully quiet.
Yep. Forgot I changed my personality.
You guys would have noticed that Yahan is wearing different clothes than he was. He no longer has his bow stringed over his back or his quiver or anything like that. And he holds out a little pouch to you, Phoenix, and he goes, "If you wouldn't mind, give this to my family, please. They
Yes.
know all my belongings, and I'd rather them go to them than back to the guild."
I can do that.
Why does she get free shit?
I don't get. It's not for me.
What?
We're giving it to the innkeepers.
I was talking to you.
I can hear you though.
I'm just asking the real questions here.
People trust me.
And they don't trust me?
No.
Why not?
I will leave that for Manny to explain to you.
We're still learning to trust you.
What? I believe that's a lie. I think you're learning how to lie. I think you do trust me. You just don't want to admit it to yourself yet.
I'll believe it when I see it. When we need you.
Yeah, there was one time where he said hooty hoo for an awful long time and nobody came.
When?
You know when.
During the break-in.
What break-in?
Back down south in the desert city.
I don't think
When
that
you were-
existed.
You were
I don't think that existed.
you were on guard.
He's gaslighting.
She's
She.
gaslighting us.
That's why we don't trust you.
I say it wrong enough for the both of us, you can't start too.
Yeah, I have no memory of that place.
Convenient.
You guys approach the forest, and if everybody wants to give me a perception check.
Sure. You know what? I actually feel like
10.
16.
6.
No, wait, 15.
6, 15,
I'm not noticing anything.
10,
15.
15. Okay.
I gotta go to the washroom.
You guys all notice that Yahan specifically positioned himself right in the middle of you guys.
Yeah.
And seems to be kind of walking with like his arms crossed but his hands open, like his palms facing up, nothing in his hands, and just seems to be walking in between the four of you to try and position himself in a way that seems very disarming, like he's not a threat. Walking into the U Forest and starting to follow the path back to Nyx, at least the path that you guys can make out. You guys don't see any movement. You don't catch the eyes of any rangers, and specifically the forest seems more quiet than what you guys are used to.
just how I like it.
This is suspicious.
Maybe they respect him. Maybe they're waiting to kill him. Arrow in the back.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to be like, white flag surrendering, like, please don't shoot me.
You guys also,
Yeah, but the quiet.
Sal'enna and Fenix would both notice with 15s, looking at him as he's walking, he is effortlessly making his way through the forest. He's not tripping over any root wads. He's gliding underneath low branches, like he doesn't like last minute duck or anything. Like he knows the path very well. He's also not watching where he's going at all. He's staying between the four of you, but specifically you two can see his eyes are like rapidly darting around and like as if they're tracking stuff in the tree lines. I'd say, I don't know, what did you roll?
10.
Yeah, you wouldn't notice that, the eyes.
Yeah.
It's not concerning to Sal.
We can wait till Phoenix.
Yeah,
she
we
gets
can.
back.
Who joined the Rangers Guild? Was it?
She was already.
You were already part of the Rangers Guild. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sal wouldn't dirty herself to do that.
Yeah.
That's too much manual labor.
It's too far beneath the Snake Lord.
Yeah.
Do we have like manacles or anything, or like cuffs?
At least not to my knowledge. I don't think any of you guys had any.
Gotcha. That'd be worth kind of looking into, especially if I'm taking like retrieval contracts.
Druid turned assassin. Such a wild turnaround on.
For Manny, yeah. I'm still figuring out. I still like the idea of like he considers himself a force of nature, so that's just what he calls himself. So that's kind of like the justification of you're making the world a better place by taking out evil people, which is I still think good, almost lawful good, kinda. Or maybe that's more chaotic good. I don't know.
I'm a druid of the forest, and I maintain the forest, by killing anything that's not a part of it.
Things
Can't
happen.
hurt Mother
Purifying
Nature.
this.
Can't hurt Mother Nature if you're feeding it.
Purifying this forest of all
Right.
non-essentials.
I'm trying to think of like a Smokey the Bear joke. Like, if you think Smokey the Bear is gonna give you a tough time, wait till I get my hands on you.
You drop some litter.
Oh,
There goes your hand.
man, yeah.
Chop, chop.
Chop, chop. Back to like archaic laws, like you steal stuff, hand gets chopped off.
Hmm. I mean, think about it. It would deter thieves real quick in a small town.
I don't know. I like the idea of Manny being in the Assassin's Guild, just because who would expect it? You can sneak in as a mouse or a rat or a cat in someone's house. Bam, stab 'em.
Hmm.
Or if it gets some manacles. Oh,
Oh,
I got an idea. It's a good pun, but
going like Chewbacca Han Solo style.
in what way?
No, the manacles aren't locked.
Many coals. So like I'm coaling out the weak. Just
So
little
bad.
puns. I know.
So
It's
bad.
a reach.
Yeah, it's a bit of ridge there. We're waiting for you.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. I was just gonna let you know what your character and what Sal'enna both notice is while he's walking with you guys, and he's positioned himself in the middle, open palms to seem very non-threatening. To you guys, the forest is very still and quiet. You two specifically would notice that his eyes at no point seem to be tracking the forest or paying attention to where he's walking, even though he's effortlessly moving and weaving through it with you. He seems to be tracking stuff in the tree line in the distance in the forest, like as if he sees something and he's following it with his eyes, without moving his head at all, just his eyes like following as he moves through. It takes a few hours, but you guys make it through to Nyx. Approaching the city, you guys can see the break in the distance of trees, and as you move through it, you haven't seen any faces in the forest, but within the blink of an eye, there is a number of rangers that step out from behind trees in front of you to block your path. Looking to your right, to your left, there is now rangers in every single tree all the way around you.
Well, hello there.
Breaking through the line of rangers in front of you, all which have bows drawn and arrows notched and drawn and are holding. It's intimidating to look at, but you can tell all eyes are on Yahan. Not a single person is really paying you guys much attention. It almost seemed to be when you try and make eye contact with one of them, it seems like they're looking through you. Breaking the line of rangers that separates you from the edge of the city, a familiar ranger steps out. Edwin, one of the two rangers that you guys traveled from the tower with. You guys are more familiar with Belfour. Belfour is...
He chatted with me the most.
Yeah, the younger one that you guys have had 3 or 4 separate conversations with. Edwin being a little bit older, a little bit gruffer, but he was there for the journey. And you guys haven't seen him since. He steps through and immediately locks eyes with Yahan, and Yahan kind of shoulders past the two of you that are in front and steps forward. Again, palms open. He goes, Edwin, it's good to see you again. And Edwin looks at him and goes, yeah, I wouldn't say the same. And he walks up and immediately shackles Yahan, both wrists. Yahan not fighting at all. Attached to the shackles is a rope that leads off to one of the rangers, and as one of the rangers pulls on the rope to get him to start walking, Edwin kicks him by the shins and knocks Yahan face first into the dirt. Edwin leans down, ties his ankles together, and grabs the rope, and they just start dragging him by the rope.
Now that's how you do it.
No.
Edwin at this point Yahan at this point has been rolled over onto his back, shackles above his head, rope being pulled. He makes eye contact with you guys, the four of you, gives you a little nod, and then just kind of closes his eyes as they begin to drag him through the city. Edwin and a lot of the rangers circle in and follow suit, and seem to kind of surround Yahan and kind of envelop him to the point that you guys lose eye contact with him. One of the only rangers to stay behind, as you see one of them uncloaks his hood, and Belfour, the familiar ranger, steps in, and he looks at you guys and he goes, "Oh, I see you took my advice. You didn't look for a fight. I was glad to see you all made it back alive, and hopefully we can get some answers out of all this."
I hope you listen to the answers that you could get out of all of this. Not
I wish it was
you,
up to me.
but others.
This is all very intriguing. I don't care if there's some blood and murder today. But you're probably murdering an innocent man if you do. Just letting you know.
Which is
Not my
why
problem.
for-
Not my
hope-
problem.
I hope there's some clarity found, but I don't have a lot of faith in it. Edwin has been calling for Yahan's head for the last 4 years. He's never been a big fan. Even before Yahan left, they were always at each other's throats, so to say. Edwin is Edwin grew up here, and he's definitely one who's adopted the cold-hearted lifestyle of living in the north more than most. So we'll see, but I don't know if there'll be a lot of listening. He's already announced an execution time
Oh,
in 3 days. So I know he won't listen to my ear. If you are keen on preventing that, I think you'd have to talk to him yourself. But I have to get back to my duties, at which point he dons the hood again and blends back into the forest,
Toodaloo.
disappearing. And you guys are left alone on the edge of the city.
Do you feel good about yourself?
what did I do?
I'm just saying.
You know Belfour, not Belfour. You know, who's the leader?
Edwin?
Edwin. You know what Edwin pretty well.
I don't know. I've talked to Belfour
You talked to Belfour.
a lot. Like, he's the one who advised us. As you can tell, he's somebody who's got some sense. And the fact is, if they won't listen to him, and he has sense,
Yeah, it's a little.
old grudges go hard.
It's an establishment. It's all corrupt. Let's bring it down.
Well, I'm thinking
I don't think that's the
our
solution.
best solution might be to go talk to his wife and son.
We could set the city on fire. That'd cause a stir. That'd stop the execution.
Well, before we resort to anarchy, let's see what we can find out about the situation. See if we could help.
Manny, we're doing so good. Lying, wanting to kill
Yeah,
people.
but stuff to go get them, right?
Mm-hmm. We have a reason to talk.
Well, I think you should do the talking because they weren't too fond of me.
And they're not usually fond of me either. I have no reason why that would come to mind, though.
One of the mysteries of the world.
I know.
Well, let's go talk with the family first.
I think it's just my green skin. I think my complexion's,
That's it.
that's it.
That's yeah. I don't see any other reason why they would
Thank you,
not
Manny.
like you.
Thank you, Manny.
Yeah.
Always speaking truth, this one.
Always speaking truth is...
I need to get him to lie more.
Let's...
I lie when needed.
I lie when needed is always important. Okay. Let's go have a chit-chat. Maybe they can do something, or at least advise about next steps. Because for all we know, they don't want anything done either. And then who are we to step in?
Saviors of the day. We do what
We've
we
been
want.
both saviors of the day and also ruiners, so...
You're not holding Grandma Gertrude against me, are you?
Not you.
I'm still messed up.
It's not Grandma Gertrude. It's actually Bob the original that I'm most worried about.
Oh, that's details.
The original Bob Zombie.
The original Bob zombie.
No,
yes.
Rob was the zombie. Bob was the skeleton.
Oh.
So, yes, I did have a Rob zombie.
No, I don't remember.
Well, it doesn't look like it's a good celebratory mood. Is the city fairly empty?
No, it's busy.
Oh?
I mean, people are in the streets. People are moving about like any other day. But there seems to be a little bit more of an upbeat attitude going around. And you catch through your ear, walking through, there's a lot of casual conversation, specifically relating to a long missing ranger and a future being found and a execution coming soon.
No mention of
I'll
us.
talk to the family soon.
Like,
Oh, they probably already know.
where are we in this story? You hear all these people chit-chatting bullshit, you know?
Well,
Don't make any mention of what we did. We saw a fucking giant worm.
We brought it, I
Just saying.
killed the dragon, kinda, and myself in the process.
I guess no,
Yeah,
it was
it
not.
was-
It
it
was
was
not
a-
a dragon.
I was like,
not
what
a
dragon?
It was
A rock.
a rocket.
Oh, right, but Manny. Yeah.
As far as he's
This world.
concerned,
Yeah.
he's
I
gonna
think I
go
killed
back.
the dragon.
He's gonna go back to his people and tell them that he's a dragon slayer.
I'm
I
gonna be a
guarantee it.
hero.
I'm gonna be a hero. It's my favorite part.
Redeem his grandfather.
Okay. Let's go to the Infest.
Is that where they were?
Yeah, they run the inn.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the bartender and the.
I was just trying to scare the musician.
Uh-huh.
I realized recently, as a social experiment, if I just sit and stare at somebody, not blinking, because it seems like a lot of the more humanoid folk, they have to blink a lot, but I don't, and I can just sit and stare.
But I don't.
You have to lick your eyes like a snake, or
No,
okay,
no,
just checking.
no. It's just a skill I've developed.
There's only so much Manny's willing to tolerate from you.
Mammals cool, reptiles a little creepier.
Are you saying you're off put by my green skin too?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh. You seem hesitant.
Yep.
But anyhow, social experiment. If I just sit and stare, so I was just trying to intimidate the flutist, and I think I was doing a pretty good job. Because he definitely,
Well, they're just performing. Why would you mess
like I
with
said, social experiment. See if they're actually true performers and can get past the crowd stares. I bring in intensity, not many can.
Manny, what's your passive perception?
Good question. Passive perception is gonna be a 16.
Wandering through the crowds as you guys approach the Brambleberry Inn, just before you enter, Manny, you would feel a slight tug. Make a perception check for me now. You feel a little, like a short tug on one of your pockets, as if something got ruffled or like somebody touched your pocket.
25 perception.
And you only just catch somebody weaving away from you in the crowd. Your pocket, is like not your money pouch. Isn't your if you have a bag of holding or anything, it's just like one of your loose pockets where you can put small objects in. But you felt a tug on it, and then as you looked down, you caught the glimpse of somebody bobbing and weaving as they make their way away from you in the crowd.
Are they tall, short?
Medium build. You can see a hood over on like just like a shoulder cowl, as they kind of are obviously trying to move away and blend into the crowd.
They don't race-wise, would I be able to kind of
Yeah, you
distinguish?
can't tell. Not from
Okay.
behind.
Just a medium-built creature, just kind of go through. I'm gonna first check my pockets before I decide to chase
Cool.
after him.
You find a piece of rolled up paper in your pocket, like something that wasn't there before.
Yeah, probably away from them.
Yeah. This is like right as you guys are entering the Brambleberry.
Oh yeah, so I'm up
it-
front.
Gives you a brief description of what you can now tell in Thieves' Camp is a nearby safe house for your Assassin's Guild.
Cool. I'm gonna crumple it up and eat it.
Okay.
As long as it's not like dripping in
I mean,
ink.
you lick
No,
bark.
no.
You lick bark. So
Yeah.
I mean,
You
drink
drink
mud.
mud.
I drink mud.
yeah, it's just
fair.
earthy flavor.
Nobody is doubting that you would eat this.
Yeah.
Uh,
Not at all.
Cool.
He just shocked the DM is all.
You guys enter the Brambleberry. There is an unfamiliar face bartending. Seems like another, a different human female. Seems to be managing the bar.
Does she
she's slinging out
look-
drinks?
Like the other human female.
Not really.
Okay, so it's not like they could be related.
Do you have any like pig's blood from a slaughter or
Are
anything?
you
like
asking the
that?
bartender?
Yeah.
She looks at you and gives you kind of this like, oh Jesus, no, not to my knowledge. Sorry. Got beer and wine, and cider,
That's very disturbing.
juice,
Disturbing.
milk.
Disturbing.
All right, water.
No.
Sorry.
No. So you don't really nothing for your stews, really?
Huh?
Your butcher doesn't cut up any sort of meats and have
He's
any
got meats, yeah.
perishables.
Yeah,
like that?
do you just want raw meat?
Sure.
All right,
That sounds great.
That's fine.
Yes.
And she like reaches into the center column and slides open something, and hits like rings a little bell, like a very small bell that's inside there, and looks like peeks her head and looks up and yells something upwards. She's like, "All right, it'll just be a few minutes."
Perfect. I will go sit in that dark corner.
Okay, I'll call when it's ready.
Mm-hmm. Call for Manny.
Okay.
She walks away.
am I your secretary?
Where is the woman that normally runs the bar, if I may ask?
Yasona needed some personal time, so I'm just stepping in for her as a friend.
Do you know where we could find her? I have a gift for her.
Give me persuasion or deception or whichever you prefer, but
6.
it's okay. I rolled a 4.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I'm like, dang.
Yeah. She gives you a suspicious eye and she goes, she'd rather not have any company right now, but
It could just be me, or, I mean, we can obviously leave that one out.
and she at this point kind of like ushers you, like nods you over to the side. She goes, I'll be with the rest of you in just a second. She's like, I really hope that you have good intentions here. She's has enough on her plate right now.
As best as I can.
I head up to the stairs to the 3rd floor. First door on the right.
Okay.
And just knock 3 times.
Okay. Would you like to go with? Do you think you could be comforting?
Yes,
Okay.
I promise. I
Manny,
will be.
putting you to watch that.
I'll watch the
Make
green
sure she
one.
doesn't knock it upstairs. Okay?
Yeah.
Deal.
That sounds like a solid plan.
Solid plan. Also, if you hear hooty hoo, you both come running.
As soon as you say the phrase, I'm like, my dagger out. Oh, sorry. No,
I don't think
yeah.
anything will come of need, but just in case.
But I gotcha.
Okay.
Keep an ear out.
There you go. We'll head upstairs to the 3rd floor, first door on the right,
Okay.
and knock 3 times.
Yeah. Knocking 3 times. It's real quiet. You don't hear anything for a minute, and then eventually you hear, and it gets a little louder as you hear somebody approaching the door, which sounds like them walking downstairs. And the door swings open really quick, and you can see there's a staircase that leads straight up from this doorway. And opening the door is a short kid, hair hangs down a little past the ears, blonde, and you can see just the peak of like the tip of an ear hanging out from the blonde hair. And he looks up and he goes, "What do you want?"
I would really like to speak to your mother.
She's upstairs.
We can stay here if you would like to inform her that we're here.
You can go. I don't want to see your people up there anywhere near her. She doesn't need more rangers to talk to.
I don't think I should be here.
Yeah. I did not think about that one.
I didn't either. I just slowly back away.
Okay.
Just like that.
Okay.
And he steps to the side to let you pass.
Okay. I will go upstairs. By myself. It's fine.
As soon as you go up the stairs, he steps out and slams the door and leans back against the door like this, crosses his arm, and just makes eye contact with you.
She'll do that the whole time.
Heading up the stairs, it is very obviously an attic space, but it seems to be modified into a very rustic home space. There's like a little kitchenette area, very simple designs, a couple cabinets, and it looks like there's like temporary walls that have been put up in this space to almost create the illusion of rooms in the space.
Do you need more?
Sitting on is like a very roughly created couch, cloth stuffed with straw, and then sat in between, or like between two slanted boards. You can see an older, a middle-aged human female with black hair. Yasona, you'd recognize her. She was bartending earlier. And she looks up at you and has very red, puffy eyes. Goes, "Sorry, I have my friends taking care of the bar. If you have any questions, you can talk to her."
I don't have questions about the bar. But
is there something I can help you with then?
I have a gift from Yahan.
She gives you like a really puzzled look and goes, I don't understand. No, I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I'll leave the haversack here.
She looks at it. Okay.
It's all his things. He would rather them come here than go elsewhere. We were just... I'm sure you've heard the rumors. And we were kind of wanting to know how we can help. Because in 3 days, what they would like, we don't want to happen.
I've already heard.
We'd like to... I don't know if stop it is the right word. Well, prevent it would be the correct word.
Why would you want to prevent it? If he's did the things that they say he did, then he deserves to be hung on the noose.
Because we don't think he did do the things that it is said that he did.
She gives you kind of a...
And I don't think you believe it either. And I think you've known that since the get-go.
She ponders for a second. Can you bring the haversack over?
Of course.
And she actually slides over on the couch to like make room.
Put it down next to her.
Okay.
And if she moves it to her lap, I will tentatively sit on the couch.
She does.
Okay.
She holds it for a minute. Just kind of looking at it, and then you see something kind of like flicker in her eyes, and she immediately reaches in for a second, and pulls out a picture frame from the sack. Immediately, he kind of holds it to her chest and puts it down to the side. Looks up. Tell me everything.
I relay all of the story of, and we are positive that there's something north that is corrupting. I mean, it can't be Yahan. Things were heading south before Yahan even fled. So, if something corrupted the wood, if something corrupted his partner, how can that be held against him? You've killed how many numerous beasts in the forest that were corrupted and just fleeing? We can't hold it against a person for protecting himself. So we don't want to see him get hanged for something that literally everybody else would have done the exact same in his situation.
Even if the story's true and he is innocent, I don't think there's much you can do to prevent it. Edwin took over leadership of the guild, has been named the new guildmaster of the Rangers, and he's...
Guildmaster of the Rangers here, or Guildmaster of the Rangers everywhere?
This is the Rangers Guild. This is the outpost of it. I mean, any Rangers you see outside of it have been dispatched from here. He's known to be cutthroat and merciless, and he's had it out for Yahan for a long time, long before this. This was this was his excuse to finally condemn him. Yahan, before the incident, was next in line to take over after Graham.
So of course.
Coin.
And just behind him was Edwin. They joined the Rangers Guild at the same time.
Entertain myself.
There was a time when Edwin tried to court me at the same time that Yahan did.
Drama.
You got a motive.
Over the course of the years, they've been put on similar assignments, but it seems that Yahan always was just a step ahead, and ever since then the rivalry turned uglier and uglier until about 5 years ago. Yes.
So there's no listening no matter what. But they all know
don't think
this.
so.
Kill him.
They all know this.
Got a brilliant idea.
We know
It's-
nothing.
Have you
It's-
checked with your guild, don't worry.
It's a guild of rangers who live on the edge of the forest. It's and see the dangers of the world every day, put their life on the line. For them, it's survival of the fittest. Whoever's strongest leads, and a little bit of rivalry, so to speak, is never discouraged. But
Well,
at the
then
end
your
of the day,
should have to fight for it.
at the end of the day, it's a brotherhood, and to harm or kill another brother without proper reason is the ultimate evil. And at least that kept them in line for a long time, and now Edwin has his reason, and I don't think anybody's going to question it. If there's any way that it could be prevented, that his name is cleared, I would hope, and I pray to the gods that it comes true, but please don't tell my son.
No.
I don't need his hope to return just to be crushed again.
Is there...
I think it's better if he does die that he can maybe put the ideas to rest a little easier, thinking that Yahan was some sort of monster.
Yeah. I don't... Sure, maybe. If there's a way to prevent this, I think we will figure out how. We will not include you. We will not tie you in. I will drop this off and then walk away.
Okay.
And
I
if you would
appreciate
like, we could even stay somewhere else. If
No.
you don't want us tied to here.
No, it's okay. In fact,
I mean, it's
You
already
guys-
tied to here no
you
matter
guys
what.
take some rooms, and I'll let them know they'll be paid for. So don't worry about it. I appreciate this really. And there's no avoiding it. It's everybody knows it's not a big city.
Yeah. Thank you for letting me come up. Thank you for talking.
Of course.
I hope something in that haversack gives you a little peace of mind too.
It does. Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
I will knock 3 times before I walk out the door so that the little boy knows that. Because I will have not seen him the whole time.
And immediately he hears dun dun dun. Immediately turns around, swings the door open and looks.
Swap places.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And he slams the door behind. And you can hear him as he races back upstairs.
How'd it go?
Good. We have a lot to talk about. Have a feeling, as much as I hate to say it, we might need the Assassin Guild on our side for this one. I mean, I don't want it to be, but if reason doesn't work, just a fair trial would be nice, and I don't think he's gonna get it here.
Sal's in the corner playing, like, you know how you flip the coin in the finger? She's doing that with a little ball of green fire. Just entertaining herself and Manny.
Yeah. At this point, like, you guys would have gotten your drinks. You would have gotten your raw meat.
Good.
I'm definitely going to be buying rounds and just trying to, like, cause a little bit of a celebration and just brag about how I took on a dragon.
Oh.
And, yeah.
I thought you were going to say Yahan.
Yeah,
No. I'm definitely,
We took down the ranger. That was us.
With how soon, you know, with the grieving, like, wife and kid, and it's their tavern, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, we brought your husband home to be killed.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna
That's
regale everyone that is within hearing range about the adventure of defeating a dragon and these, like, exaggerated the size of these earthworms that would swallow cities.
Give me a performance check with advantage.
One day I'm gonna make a.
You're gonna have to multi-class into a bard soon.
That'd be so cool.
Performance. 14.
14.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. People seem almost enamored, honestly, with your tales. They're just like, oh my god, and then this, and then that. Oh my god, and like people are excited and like on the edge of their seats. And
part of the performance would be like also casting wild form into like much smaller versions of those animals as I'm like regaining, like, you know, obviously picking up like a small little piece.
Love
like,
this idea.
That would
When you have the dragon breathe fire, I'd move one of my fireballs
Right,
close by.
yeah, you like transform into a red-colored lizard, and then the little fireball. It's like the perfect size where it looks like
I'd flick it
Yeah.
out towards the.
Yeah, your little fireball with your size of the lizard. Yeah, people are losing their mind over it.
Cool.
You guys come down to a rowdy crowd surrounding these two. Just like everybody seems to be listening, and Manny's
We're in the corner of the inn too.
Yeah, Manny's like up on a table. And there's a bunch of people around.
right. Be obviously trying to just get everyone involved.
Left them alone.
A very different environment that you guys just came from.
And then also try to like pay if there's a band or any performers, like help them kind of like create the ambiance of like excitement and I don't say rowdiness, but just liven up the place.
Yeah.
So hey, oh my gosh, you missed the retailing of our adventure, how we killed the dragon and destroyed this massive city eating worms.
Did you show them what a dragon looked like?
Oh, of course, and I'll
Okay, then we're good.
cool. I'll try to like paint it my fingers in the air. It'll look like this. Sal made me breathe fire. It was incredible.
Did somebody tell you about the lightning strike?
That was the best part. It's
He's
the climax
invincible.
of the story.
He's invincible
I
now.
called thunder like a god, like a force of nature. What did you learn from upstairs?
That'll be a later conversation.
Sounds fair.
Without so many ears.
That little privacy won't hurt. Well, I assume we still have our rooms.
Yes.
Well, good. Hopefully that'll afford us some privacy to talk about those delicate matters.
Should.
I don't think we Danny definitely didn't notice Yahan hand you the haversack. I just know that you wanted to go talk to your wife. So I'm probably just gonna go in my room after. Well, actually, I'm not gonna go to the room. I'm just gonna be in the revelry of the party.
Yeah, absolutely.
However, I will probably go up to. I'm assuming I would say we're sharing a room, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll be up in our room. Whenever.
Yeah, and at this point, it takes a little bit, but one of the bartender, she eventually ushers you over and like gives you guys keys to rooms.
Okay.
As she obviously got the message that the house was paying for your guys' housing. Cool. Yeah, you guys are very easily able to spend a night of revelry, pretty much drinking for free at this point, where people are just buying your guys' drinks.
Cool.
Sal will try one of his beers.
Okay.
Is it from like the?
Can you roll to
tap-
see if you
yeah,
like it and
okay,
not just go, Sale doesn't like it?
The tapos.
What?
Tapos, yeah.
Cool.
Would I like beer?
What?
Would I like beer?
I don't know.
Can you roll for it?
Yeah, give me. Just roll a d20 for me.
Natural 20.
Woo!
Oh my goodness.
Wait, like suddenly this taste of familiarity, like this is like fermented drink, just like suddenly tastes extremely familiar, as if this was like a piece of you that was missing. You're like, oh, it's so familiar and warming. My body, it's like getting warmer and it feels good. Whether or not this, like the taste of beer itself is not necessarily the most familiar, but the obviously fermented alcohol is something that you have had before in the past and did enjoy.
No, thank you.
It's funny because alcohol is a poison, and the Yaun-ti are known for like putting poison on their toxins on their body. So having it on the inside, it's probably a wonderful feeling.
I think canonically with that explanation, because it is made from yeast and bacteria and dead things, you know, I'd enjoy that aspect too.
Yeah.
I would say with a natural 20, halfway, like after a few drinks, you get the idea that maybe beer, while it gives you the familiarity, isn't strong enough to what you.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You're like, you want something stronger.
Manny, do they have stronger things than this?
Well, I think so. Let's ask the
What
bartender.
are the options?
Let's see. Go over to the bartender. My friend's looking for something stronger.
Of course. Yes. Most people.
Anything
just
red.
Drink
Anything red?
Yes. They make a fine brandy over in Hornhill. And
What's a brandy? Is that a person?
No, that's Bradley.
gives you a small, like clear, very like well-crafted glass with a. It's a very clear liquor, but it does have this like tangent color of like a reddish orange to it, where it's like almost starting to turn brown, but it's still got that like red hue in there. But it is still like you can see through it that way. But, and you take a sip, and it's immediately you feel like this like rush of warmth go over your body. Yeah. Yeah, you feel this rush of warmth, and while it burns a little bit on the back, you get a very like sweet taste, very aromatic, like right in the front of your mouth.
Ooh, this makes me feel like I can breathe fire, actually. Wow.
I could almost set it ablaze if you burped.
Ooh, I'd love to see that. Another brandy, please. We want to find something out.
Yeah, and sets another one down. Yeah,
Right,
they're like they're serving like a couple ounces of it at a time, so it's not like just a shot, but
Gotcha.
So-
you can sip on.
Now I'm going head to head with Manny, and I have poison resistance.
Yeah.
How does
Well,
this
no,
work against?
I was hoping to see if we could spit
okay.
fire, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to see what it's like to be an actual dragon.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I'll have like a shot worth in my mouth, and not very long, but immediately spit it out into a spew into the air.
I just have firebolt.
Yeah, you're gonna try and like shoot a firebolt in the same way that he spit, same direction.
Is there like a chandelier or something?
You don't have like.
There's a couple
flame?
like light fixtures that are hanging. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna at least aim towards that, like through his burp at the same time.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Roll an attack.
28.
Yeah. You not really paying attention to where you're spitting, just spit out the liquor at the same time. Blink, and you just see a fireball shoot from like right adjacent to you, or like almost as if it came out of your mouth. Hits a light fixture, and just this explosion of fire, and it falls down onto a table. And the music like pauses for a second, and the bartender from behind immediately like turns her shoulder over because she was looking away and goes, "Hey, no destroying the property! Take it outside!" and then the music kicks back up, and everybody's like hooting and hollering again.
Woo, man! Imagine that.
Somebody's already like got a blanket and trying to like put out the fire of the candles on the table that all hit. Crap.
Oh my god! Did y'all see that? That was incredible.
Manny breathed fire.
I think they're up in the room.
Yeah.
I learned a new
Well, I'm
spell.
up in the room. She may not be.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's sleepover.
I think Sal and Manny are gonna rage for the rest of the night.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I know I'm gonna try to go to a meeting later.
Okay.
For the safe house, so I'm gonna be having fun in the moment and
Okay.
imbibing, but not.
It's like 9, 10 o'clock rolls around. I mean, like it's fall, so like the sun has been down for a few hours at this point.
So I'll probably go to the room and at some point meet with everyone, so that way we know.
Oh, yes. Good. I was wondering if you were just gonna go.
Yeah. I assume we were in 2 rooms, y'all's
Yeah.
room and then our room.
Honestly, they gave you guys 4 keys,
Oh,
but
Perfect.
Which room do we want
No,
to meet in?
no.
well, we're already in one room.
Okay.
So, just come to that one.
I'll grab Sally. All right.
What?
And then meet with the group.
Why are you touching me?
Because we gotta go. Gotta meet with the group.
You could tell me. You don't have to touch me.
All right. Well, fine. Bring your scaly butt over here.
Fine.
No.
You're scared.
Knock on
You
y'all's
don't know
door.
how many skills are there.
Is Manny and Sal?
Why am I here?
Because we got information. Get in here.
Don't tell me what to do.
Manny.
I saunter in. And then sit down
Probably shouldn't tell her.
right
what
next
do.
to Swift.
Manny! Enabling her is not helping.
Well, hey, whatever it takes to kind of get things going, let's do it. So yeah, after Sal saunters in, I'll follow and close the door and make sure no one like was in the hallway behind us or walking by before we kind of get to business. So what did you learn from the wife and kid?
Well, what did you learn from the kid?
He doesn't like waving.
He doesn't like. He really hates the Rangers right now, which, I mean, I don't blame him.
Right, bartenders usually don't like being waved at.
Maybe. Yes. Okay. Sure. But I didn't learn much other than if he must get hung or hanged, she will accept that. But I did learn that Edwin has always hated Yahan. Like,
Really?
always. Johan's kind of bested him at every turn. And Edwin is now the leader of the not the Assassins Guild, the Rangers Guild.
Do you think there was foul play?
I don't believe there was foul play, but I believe
I
he's
say
going
let
to
the
use,
hate flow through him.
he's going to let his power dictate a decision, whether it's a fair trial or not. And we here all know that there is something up north that is corrupting.
Just like the Giant's Grotto.
Exactly.
And there's no...
I mean, we had to kill that giant, and they will totally love that. But for some reason, Yahan having to kill somebody that turned, I mean, they won't listen to him. And maybe we're naive and did listen to him, and he's been lying this whole time, but I don't think that's true.
Well, I think if we have enough people hear the truth from Yahan, then everyone will know what will happen.
We're hoping. But what happens if no matter what?
Well, that's not very just. We're gonna have to fix that one way or another. Wasn't the biggest fan of Yahan, but I think he deserves justice as much as anyone else.
And even if it's just standing here being prepared for whatever might come from the north, he's better here to face it than anybody else. At least he acknowledges it exists. So,
if we can get him to recount his side of things, maybe that'll help the Rangers realize the threat.
that's what I'm hoping.
You wouldn't have no way to help someone profess the truth and be unable to lie, would you?
It's probably, let me see if it's even something I can pray about. Because I have a god who answers when they desire to. And I never know what I'm going to wake up with the next day. I actually should start doing that, where I really don't know what spells I'm going to wake up with the next day.
Oh, really? Just like randomize it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, there should be some that always stay, but I have a god that I don't know, so it should be kind of
An
random.
estranged god.
I'm trying to see if I have something that would be like a truth speaker.
I know there's a spell, Circle of Truth, but I think that's a paladin spell. But I was trying to phrase it as like, if you know something that can help.
Yeah.
So my idea is that if we get Yahan into a position where he cannot lie, and
I understood.
people hear that truth, then they understand that he is not at fault.
Yeah, I don't think that's part of my repertoire.
Okay.
I would love that.
Well, I can take a look, see if the potion shop might have anything to help kind of have a potion for that. See if that's something that they offer.
Yes. Yeah, that would be good. Potion shop. Any other suggestion? Do you have something in your repertoire?
I mean, I can make him come back to life after they kill him.
Okay. We'll keep that in mind.
Maybe.
Yes. Keep that in mind.
Well, I'm gonna go to the potion shop and see if they have anything in store while y'all figure this out. If there's anything with y'all's arcane knowledge on the subject.
I don't think, like I said, I don't think I'll be able to help.
So the last thing I want is for Yahan to die and Sal bring him back to tell the truth that way. He's as a mindless zombie.
I don't know, mindless. Bob had a personality.
Only you understood Bob's personality.
Well, Manny does too. You got handed steak.
He was very gaunt. Yeah, he was not very chatty.
Well, no, but you understood his mannerisms.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did communicate some.
See? They're not dumb.
We're trying to avoid that, though. I'm sure his family wants him alive.
I don't understand why.
Well, if you don't, then it's a little late to explain it at this point. But I'm off to the potion shop.
Okay. Thank you.
Don't die.
And then, I know it's late. Is the potion shop even open at this point?
No.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to take a detour to the Assassin Steakhouse.
Cool. Yeah. Following kind of the written note, it's more of a description of like how to get there from the Brambleberry Inn. It's like, okay, take a left at this, take a right at this, take a left at this. Check for the sign. You find the sign, knock on the door. Little peephole opens up. You see two eyes in there. Shuts. Door opens. You head inside. It's a small, well-lit tavern with a couple of individuals in there.
Would I know like a thieves' camp or like, a code or something for being a part of the Assassin's Guild? Or
Yeah, that's like I mean like.
Or were they just expecting me?
A little bit of both. Like they open the window and it doesn't
like a
take
little
long.
slat.
Yeah, it doesn't take long for them to figure out because they also found you. They know who you are. So you head inside and there's a couple individuals at tables. There's a barkeep and then there's the fence at their usual post, and it's very familiar looking to the places you've been in other cities.
Do I recognize any of the rangers from before?
No. You don't see any. You don't recognize any of the faces in the room.
Okay, imagine a lot of hooded people.
Yeah, I mean their hoods are down. They're like the individual. Like I said, there's only a few people in here. There's like 4 or 5.
Oh, okay, so
there's like literally like the barkeeper, 3 people, and then the fence.
I'm gonna go up to the bar and I'll have a beer and I believe I was summoned here.
Oh yes, of course. We'll get you a beer as well as your payment for the contract.
Excellent. Where's your contracts? Your available contracts.
There's a board over there if you're interested.
Okay, well, I'll take a look at those while I wait.
Yeah, of course. There's a few basic contracts, just like XYZ. None of them like stand out of just like this person stole this person's wanted dead. And it's all pretty low paying jobs for the most part up here.
Nothing expensive or nothing.
Nothing that stands out up here. Like these all seem pretty close to home for Nyx. It seems like everything on this board is meant to be stuff within the area. It doesn't look the same as when you were down south checking it out and say the tower, where it's like there's stuff for the next town over, and every town and literally all over Spey. This board seems to be focused more about stuff within a few days travel.
Okay. In that case, I'm not gonna take any contracts there. I'll just sip my beer.
Okay.
For payment.
Yeah. Eventually, somebody comes by, comes out from one of the back rooms. Shorter individual, big spectacles, and sits down a little chest in front of you and opens it up. And inside and goes, I hope you don't mind, but we're paying in platinum for this one. So here is your 5,000 platinum.
That'll make it easier to carry. Gives me the chest and all.
Yeah, it's just like a small little wooden chest.
Okay, great. I'll put it in my bag of holding. 5,000 platinum.
Yeah, so 50,000 gold.
Okay.
This is the contract.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I can be of service. If any other big jobs come up, you know how to contact me.
Of course.
Any special jobs as well.
All right. We'll keep that in mind. They quickly head back to obviously behind they walk through, knock on the door opens, they step in, you hear the door shut and
Okay.
Just keeps going. Door after
5
door
minutes
after
of blocks.
door.
It's like all right, I'll head back to the Brambleberry Tavern to make it seem like I didn't take too long out of the way from the potion shop.
Doesn't take long for Manny to get back. It's gone for maybe 45 minutes.
Well, the shop's closed.
Oh, wasn't it just right down the road?
I got lost. No dark vision. You know how it goes.
Yeah, I actually do. Glad you got back though.
Yeah, you're telling me I took a wrong turn and everything, man. It was. Ooh, yeah. It's dark out there.
Okay. Glad you're safe. Anything we need to know? Like anything in the streets getting said?
The shoots, no. I don't. Wasn't too busy out. I think everyone's just maybe a little bit, maybe spooked or on edge about Yahan being brought back in, and I think people are. It seemed like it was just a quiet night out.
Okay. Glad. Anything else? You seem weird.
The potion shop opens at 9.
Do you guys want a deception versus insight?
Sure.
Yeah, I was like, something seems off, Manny. You just keep going on.
this set. God, one day I'm gonna make a charisma character that can lie and
Oh,
charm.
thankfully.
I'm just gonna do it with advantage. 10.
12.
Oh, you beat me.
You can't necessarily tell that he's lying. He is telling the truth that the shop was closed and it is pretty dark out and he doesn't have dark vision, but it definitely seems to be kind of holding his tongue a bit.
You really saw nothing out there.
It's dark.
Okay. Good night, Manny.
All right, well, good night. Guess we can go to the shop tomorrow morning.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll go back to somewhere.
That's fine. That's fine. I will say, like, you guys all know about the contract.
Yes.
Oh, they were aware of it. Okay.
Yeah. Everybody knew about the contract, and you guys had conversations about the contract. Well, the contract says you can be taken dead or alive. Because that's what they were telling you halfway up, like up there. Is you're like, oh, I'll kill him. It's like, but the contract says you can take him alive, and you're like, yeah, but like they know about it, but yeah, whether or not it actually think about collecting it or not is up to you guys. Cool. Yeah, you guys take a long rest, and wake up the next morning.
I'm gonna try to get everyone together in a meeting room, and then, well, I had a visitor last night come to my room, and they gave me the money for the contract.
Last night, to your room.
Mm-hmm. Where I slept.
Really?
Yeah.
Not when you were out for that 45-minute walk.
It wasn't that long, but
It was that long!
I got lost.
You did not get lost. I do not believe you.
Well, as far as I know,
you got lost?
I got lost, but it's money I received from the Assassin's Guild for a contract.
Okay.
But I do understand that without y'all's help, I couldn't have completed it, so I will be divvying up the amount with y'all. So if it was 5,000, there's 4 of us. I'll give everyone 1,000 and probably keep 1,000 extra for myself.
Okay.
Sweet.
Thanks.
It's 1,000 platinum, 10,000 gold.
10,000 gold.
Is this worth a lot?
I presume so. I mean, it was a tough job to complete. So it was,
Well, I had 0 before. So is this a lot?
well, anything's a lot more than 0. So I presume so. I mean, it's platinum, heavier than gold, so it's got to be worth more.
I like its color better. Gold's so yellow and gross. Rusty almost.
Well, don't spend it all at once.
Unfortunately, I'm looking for something that seems beyond my grasp inside a store, so I think I'll be good.
Well, speaking of store, y'all want to go to the potion store with me and make sure I don't get lost this time?
Oh, DM, is there a Magi Guild in Nyx at all?
You could probably find a small group of them, yeah. Might be in near like the city library is probably the best guess, is nearby it. There's probably a building.
Could I roll investigation to go sniff that out?
Yeah, absolutely.
While I was gone, did y'all figure out a way to have someone tell the truth?
21.
No,
Yeah.
I thought that's why we were going to the potion store.
It is just I didn't know, if y'all
I
came up with a
am
solution.
gonna detour for a little bit. I'll meet you back at the inn later. You guys can go do hocus pocus with your newly soups.
What are you doing?
Secrets.
Okay. Are these secrets that are going to hurt anybody?
It's not like I'm catching the inn on fire.
See, when you say things like that, it makes me think that that's exactly what you're going to be doing. We are staying in this inn. You know that, right?
Well, I presume you didn't know we were staying in the inn?
Just really don't catch it on fire, okay?
Okay, whatever you say.
That's what I say.
Sal would just go to take off down the street towards.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it doesn't take you long to find. It's right where you'd imagine it'd be close to, is near the city library, near the town hall. Able to catch it's not disguised, it's not hidden or anything. There's obviously like a few robed individuals outside, or people wearing the brooches. And
I'd walk in and I'd have placed it back on my little cape there, and walked in, and I'd be looking books on the dead once again.
Okay.
Not for anything particular. When I was done with that, after being seen at least a little bit for an hour or two in there, I'd get up and ask, I know we're not quite a guild for, contracts about slaying and stuff like here, but I wanted to know if there was anything that could be written off as having helped heal the forest of its disease.
Of course, there is the just general contact that's available for any knowledge pertaining to worldly issues and things that are negatively impacting the world and the cities here. So yes, of course, there are payments for that.
Well, I have some information on your local forest, actually, that I think would be useful to share with the guild.
Yes, of course. We can get a scribe ready and have them pass on the word to the tower.
Do that, and I'll take a coffee black.
I'll send somebody to go get one. And you sit down with a scribe, and they take the individual. And it takes a little bit, but somebody gets you a coffee. And
she doesn't drink it. She just lets it steam in front of her.
God. Yeah, okay, sure.
I love that was the breaking point for Luke.
Yeah.
Normally lets you get away with so much shenanigans without making a single comment at you.
Scribe sits down, writes out everything you pass on about the Giant's Grotto.
Yeah, I'd be talking about the necrotic carapace and how it seemed to provide a living energy to a diseased functionality of different members of the forest, whether that was living, like the giant that we took care of, or kind of an unliving coming out of the statue, all the different details. I wouldn't mention anything about visions or anything like that, but just make general vague updates about how that's been cleared out of the forest.
Cool. No problem. They take all of it in writing. They go, we'll make sure this information's passed on to the tower and up the chain.
Good. You do that.
I wish you would have included us in this.
You're not part of the guild. And that would conclude. Mostly, I'm just trying to keep Sal up to date with Magi Guild and make sure she checks in with that. She will. She does take her, despite what other players may think, Sal does take her duties very importantly.
Yeah.
I don't think. I just would like other information included for chance. It may help, but it's all good.
The stories are also scribed to where there's like hardly any mention. There's like casual mention of Fenix.
Yeah.
A bit about Swift, how cool she looks, and then a lot about Manny, particularly when he gets hurt. Sal was impenetrable the whole time.
Unscathed.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. They go, all right. We'll pass on the information, and I'm sure you'll receive word back about payment for it at some point.
Perfect. Could you send it to the inn?
Yeah. As soon as we get word back.
I appreciate it. And that's the best you're getting out of me.
Okay, we appreciate it. Thank you.
She gets up, leaves the coffee there, and then just heads straight out, back toward the inn.
Yeah.
Power move.
Everything Sal does is a power move.
After you leave, you're probably like 10 paces away from the building, and you hear like the small splash of like a cup of water that was getting poured out onto concrete before you hear the door shut again.
Yeah. Doesn't phase her.
No, of course not.
Making other people work.
The rest of you guys said you're going to the potion shop.
Yes.
Yeah. The halfling male, older halfling male, still there. Welcome back. What can I get for you?
I'm looking for something like a truth serum.
Oh, we have sorts here.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
How much do you have?
I've got 3 doses. They're 150 gold each.
Well, I think that's enough for what we need to accomplish.
Of course. Yeah, here you go.
How reliable are they?
Well, I mean, it's they're good as long as they work, but the person does have the ability to resist them.
What if people are willingly taking it?
Not quite as sure. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
How would you describe the truth potion or truth serum? Is it like in a vial, bottle?
Yeah, it's a little vial.
Little vial. Any color to it, or is
It's like a milky white.
Milky white. Okay. Can I buy a few more vials with that same shape to it?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, just for like a couple gold pieces, sure.
Cool.
Or a gold piece, really.
Okay. Perfect.
It's a little bit more clear than actual milk, but it's like that milky white color.
Great. Well, I think next is if we need anything else from the tavern to take with us, we could probably go see if we can visit Yahan, and see if we can have him tell the truth to hopefully an audience.
A moment with you privately.
Sure. You don't want to include.
Well, I mean, she's always welcome.
Thank you.
I don't think she's going. Well, as I say this, are you
Wasn't
more?
welcome last night.
Well, I will say, how loyal are you to your not Sal, to your guild?
To me?
I'm
Oh,
pretty loyal,
sorry.
but you guys are my friends and I'm around all the time.
Okay. So, just because Edwin is your new leader does not mean.
Oh no.
Okay.
Doesn't mean I have to like him.
I'm assuming one of those potions was for Yahan. You bought how many?
I got 3 of them. We can give one for Yahan. We can give one. We have an extra 4. I can never remember his name.
What if?
Edwin.
Edwin.
What if? Yes. Well, I'm thinking is, if even after Yahan speaks all of his truth, if he still thinks it's fair to hang men even after the truth serum, if it makes him unguilty, because who knows? Yahan could have been lying to us the whole time too, right? But could you or you? I don't know about Sal. She might actually be able to do it too. She is pretty sneaky. Would somebody be able to slip Edwin a truth serum? Because I don't think he'll willingly take it.
I don't think so.
So if we could slip it to him and ask exactly why he's willing to hang an innocent man, and if it's just because he hates the innocent man, hopefully that would mean that others would turn against him, is my assumption.
Yeah, I like what you're thinking. Let me grab something from the tavern real quick, and we can come up with a plan of how we can slip him a truth serum.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the inn and ask for milk and water,
Okay.
and with a few of the extra vials, try to come up with a few that hopefully look like it, like that same color. If not,
Yeah, I'd say like it takes a couple tries of like trying to get the concoction, but like you get a mug of water and a mug of ale, and they're these little vials, and so you're just like try and pour the mixture and compare it, and you're like, no, try again. Takes a couple tries, but yeah, you get them.
Okay.
Pretty darn similar.
Cool. I'll definitely like mark the truth serums I know with like a scratch on the top, so I know not to like confuse them.
Setting them down, like by the time you make the last one, you look back and like
You're glad you know.
the first one has settled and started to separate a bit, and then with like a little shake up, it again looks like the truth serum, but you can tell that like if they sit for a long time, they start to settle. They need to be shaken up, otherwise they'll like separate.
Okay, gotcha. Good to know. And I'll go back to them too and be like, all right, I have everything I need. Let's go visit Yahan. No, his name's Yahan.
I know.
But
Oh, sorry.
no, you're good.
I wasn't gonna call you guys out for it.
You should.
I was just gonna wait for an in-character moment to be like, who the fuck's Yahan?
Sebastian Bach.
Yes.
Well, I guess they're gonna be holding Yahan either at the Rangers Guild or somewhere in a jail, if they have a prison. Let's go to the Rangers Guild and see if we can find out where they're holding him.
Sounds good.
Alright, guess we'll head to there.
Cool. Heading over to the Rangers Guild.
Southstone then.
Uh-huh.
Southstone then.
Yeah, you guys have been there before. Doesn't take long. Yeah, head over to the building. There's a number of rangers that are posted outside now. Instead of the usual 1 or 2 guards that are outside, there's like 4 or 5 of them in front of the door, and obviously there's some around the building. And it's a very square, boxy building. There's a front door, and then there's 2 windows that look into the like entry area, which seems to be sort of loungy. There's a couple tables and chairs and a hearth and a counter space, and then on the far end there's stairs that go up, and you can see this through the window, but there's no other entrances to the building around it. As you guys approach, the rangers, very on edge, look at you, go, oh, what can I do you for?
We're just coming in.
You're welcome in. Gives you a nod. The rest of you will have to wait outside. Sorry. At the moment, it's guild members only allowed inside.
Yeah. Find out where Yahan is. And guess we'll be outside.
Okay.
Can we have details about when his trial will be?
Trial, no. His execution date's already set.
Without a trial at all?
It's already been handled in-house,
Okay.
to my knowledge.
I'll leave.
Yeah, we'll wait outside.
Alright, I guess I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Heading in, like I said, you enter in, and there is a long bar on the right side. It seems to be has like a serving window, and there's obviously people cooking inside that seem to have a couple hot meals coming out. Couple chairs and tables on the left side with a hearth there. There's a staircase that goes up and like turns to the right, and obviously there's like an upper area. This lounge area to the left, this front left corner, is like all open above up to the roof, but there's rooms up above, and then there's doors on the back side. You haven't really been in here before. The person who seems to be kind of just scrubbing and cleaning behind the counter looks up and goes, welcome in. I don't recognize your face, but I see you're a member of the guild. Is there something I can get you?
Yeah, can I just have a light drink?
Yeah, of course. Pours you one and sets it out.
I'll sit at the bar and kind of observe and listen to the conversations around.
Yeah, most of the conversations are pretty dull. There's a few talks about things they've seen out in the forest, personal life, what they're doing after work today. One of them's like, "Oh, I just got this new girlfriend," yada yada, and not a lot of interesting conversations. Yeah.
I'll ask the bartender if what is it? Yahan?
Yahan.
If Yahan is being kept at the guild or if he's being kept somewhere else. Or I'll just like casually mention him first.
Yeah.
Because that was crazy. This stuff about Yahan.
Bartender looks up and goes, "Oh, yeah, of course. That's good to see a trader's getting finally being put to the sword. Yeah, it's a little interesting with all the, increased security around the building because of his presence.
Yeah,
They're taking it a little seriously.
So
but
is he being kept in here then?
oh, of course, yeah. I mean, they wouldn't trust him in the regular city prisons. Those things are not secure enough. Yeah, I mean, he's still being questioned, and so, but
Who's questioning?
they'll get the information. Oh, Edwin, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, he's taking care of it all. If they get the information or not that they're looking for, I guess it doesn't matter. It's 2 days away now. The time will come, one way or the other.
Where in here is he being held? Do you know?
Well, in the cells, of course.
Of course.
Goes back to scrubbing.
I'll finish my drink. And
Okay.
head out.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a perception check. 23. Okay. Observing the room and the area, people talking, people come in and out of rooms, up indoors, and seem to be just moving pretty casually. But you do see the staircase that goes up. There is blocked out. It's not. There's nothing under where the staircase is. It's blocked out and walled off, and there's a door there. And the entire time, they're not doing much. They seem to have like a little piece of wood and a knife. There's somebody leaning against the door that seems to just be like watching people as they walk by. He goes back to whittling. But they seem to be like leaning up, guarding the door. Obviously not pertaining or participating in any of the conversations around. They seem to be actually on duty.
I'm gonna walk over to them.
Mm-hmm.
What's she doing?
Making a little bird.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Why are you hanging out right here?
Well, I'm on duty. Gotta make sure nobody's allowed downstairs. Edwin's orders.
Is Edwin down there?
Oh, of course, yeah. Yes, probably. I think he went down a few hours ago with the clergyman.
Yeah. Is he questioning Yahan down there?
Oh, probably. I imagine so. He brought in those priests to try and get some truth out of him.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you think I could go down and see how it's going?
Not without papers, unfortunately. Edwin's pretty serious. I know. He's like, you're not the first to ask. There's a lot of people that want to see him.
Yeah, I figured.
A lot of people want to, give him a little spit in the face. But Edwin prefers that nobody is allowed to interact with Yahan. Honestly, I can't believe that Edwin's given him the justice of that. I think every single person would go down and take their chin, giving him a good wallop, just for the hell of it.
That's the vibe I've gotten from people.
Yeah.
All right, well, have a great day.
You too, of course. You working today?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. Oh, all right. Late assignments. Must be one of those night shift workers.
Yeah, enjoy that bird you're making.
Yeah, thank you.
Head on out.
Cool.
I'll let them know that
What'd you find?
he's being kept in the cells downstairs. They're apparently questioning him.
Who's
They
they?
They have clergymen down there, and Edwin is down there.
Clergymen.
Yeah.
What are they doing
They're
with clergy?
apparently trying to get the truth out of him, but
That's what we're trying to do as well. Huh.
yeah, their truth might be different than his truth.
Yes. You may have to talk to the clergyman or to Edwin. We can find time away from the Rangers Guild. Do you know where he's being held?
Yeah, the cell's downstairs.
The cell's downstairs.
Mhm.
Okay.
How deep is
They had one guard. He was whittling a bird.
Oh wait, was it a nice bird?
It was. I'm assuming it.
That's my favorite part. It was like, yeah, it was. And we're like, okay.
Is there any way for you to get access to him in his cell?
They didn't let me down when I asked, but I mean, we could just not ask.
And what mention of a trial did they suggest? Or did they say?
No. They just said he has 2 days down there. Then.
Oh, Morbid Katie is my favorite.
It's this whole party, really. 2 deaf people, 1 assassin, and just energetic, like,
Well, what I suggest is we could probably stake out the Rangers Guild and wait till the clergymen leave and maybe have a chat with them and see if he's learned anything.
Everybody's just leaving Sal at the end.
Yeah, you wanted to
Yeah,
walk away.
we didn't know she didn't come with us, so.
Yeah, Sal's not been there.
Yeah, because I think you went off to the. I think you said, "Oh, where are you going? None of your business." All right.
Secrets.
See you later.
Yeah. Frequently, we're like, okay.
Well, let's see. Yeah. Let's have a stakeout here. Discover which clergy person talked to Yahan. I say we have a delightful conversation with that clergyman and get some answers.
What kind of conversation?
Oh, a persuasive one.
Okay. We're not gonna hurt the clergyman, are we?
Oh, nothing that can't be healed.
I could put an arrow in their hand. That could be healed.
Okay.
You catch my drift.
But, I mean, I don't know. So, we need to talk to Edwin, because even if the clergy did get him to tell the truth, he could still kill him.
That's why we have to get to the clergyman, because if they heard the truth, then we're more likely to get answers from them, from a witness.
And then we're hoping that Edwin does the right thing? Is that it?
Well, we can always present it to the Rangers Guild as a whole. If there's any other leaders within the Rangers Guild that might be able to have a unbiased opinion in the matter.
Maybe. I guess it's worth a try.
Shall we go grab Sal for this stakeout?
Probably.
Okay.
I feel like we've probably left her out things that we shouldn't have.
Well, one of us can stay here in case of the clergyman or Edwin does leave, but let's go grab Sal and fill her in on the plan.
Deal.
I can stay and I can go in and just wait inside so I can catch them when they come upstairs.
Even better. Let's see. So you can work with the Rangers Guild. Any way you might be able to get close access, whether if you're able to watch guard or offer to take someone's shift.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Okay. Well, you handle that. We'll go grab Sal.
Okay.
And we'll head back to the tavern.
But I know who to talk to inside about getting a shift guarding that door.
Yeah. I mean, just heading in, talking to the barkeep, and just be like, "Oh, you're looking for some hours? Yeah, no problem. We can add you to the night watch."
Perfect.
Most people don't want it anyways.
Sounds good.
Cool.
That was surprisingly easy. I don't. Nope. Okay. Sus. Okay.
Hey Sal. We have a plan. So apparently Edwin brought in a clergy to find the truth from Yahan. So we're gonna have a conversation with this clergyman and see what they know. They seem to be easier access compared to Edwin. He's tighter than a book. So.
And where are we doing this at?
We're gonna see who the clergy person is when they leave, and we'll give him a visit.
Okay.
So we're just gonna stake out and see who it is and who we need to talk to.
And you're not trying to do that at the guild?
We're not allowed in the guild. Only the.
Well, what type of building is it?
I'll describe the Rangers Guild and all its.
Is it made out of wood? Stone?
It's made out of
Details.
It's made out of wood.
Drat.
What was your plan if it was made out of stone?
Oh, I can pass through stone.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Since when? Manny, am I crazy? Have we heard this before?
It's a spell. I know that's complicated for you to understand, but
I know how Sal has a lot of secrets, so I guess we learn something new every day about her.
Every freaking day.
so if there's a stone wall you need through, I can potentially help with that if you're gracious enough to me.
Okay, if suddenly we find on the wood building
Well,
a
if
stone
it's
wall,
underneath, like if the
are we burrowing
jail
underneath?
if the jail underneath on the lower floor is stone and we need to get into a jail cell, just saying.
I don't think we're gonna make it very far with breaking Yahan.
And yet
out.
you want to murder somebody.
No, I want to have a conversation with them.
That's not what you were implying.
Well, it's not what I said. It's just what I implied.
My inference was not picking up that same thing.
Notice you haven't struggled to read people. It must be a snake thing.
I don't think it's my issue on my end.
Well,
I think you're trying to play with words.
no. Only thing I play with is mud recipes.
People's lives.
Yeah. Not so much people's lives, but when justice is involved, I take things very seriously. Well, if you're ready, we can go stake out and find out who this clergy person is.
To murder him?
No.
To talk with them.
I will be
He
there.
says talk, and
I will be there. Do you honestly think I'm going to let him just murder a clergyman?
sometimes yes.
It's the worst people to murder. Well, let's go.
You guys have already done it once before.
It's true.
That's who you murdered before? Dang.
Where do you think Bob came from?
Well, I knew it was like someone, I didn't know it was like a clergy person. Well, at least we have a track record for it. So, sure. I can probably take the first watch for a few hours, and then
Yeah, because you can't see shit in the dark.
and then if one of y'all want to take over for the next shift, just come find me. I'll be around the Rangers Guild, and yeah, we can swap in and out.
We're Swift.
She has access to the Rangers Guild, so she's gonna see if she can help infiltrate and get closer to Yahan.
Alright. I don't know that I'm on board with this whole staying up thing.
Everything else, maybe. Staying up, though, no.
Yeah.
Alright. Does that sound like a good plan to y'all?
You don't have to stay up the whole time. It's like when we go out for survival checks. You can fall asleep for part of it. We'll just need you for a section of being awake.
Is there gonna be any hooty-hoos tonight?
Possibly. Especially if you see a clergyman on your
Gonna
watch.
grab my knife, and it's the second you say that. What? Oh, no one's here. Okay. Don't say that lightly. Oh, I was ready.
I don't understand the fuss about that. I really don't.
It's a safe word.
In my business, you don't need safe words.
What is your business?
Death.
Yeah. I guess
I fell into that
a
one.
safe word would be too late by the time death comes. So yeah, makes sense. All right, well, let's do it.
Cool. You guys are able to stake out, just find a spot in town that you can eyeball the front door of the Rangers Guild. As dusk comes, have to step away to go start your shift. They post you at the front door, at which point there are now, for the night shift, 3 rangers, you being one of them, and so you and 2 others posted outside the guild in front of the front door, and you can tell that there's still somebody inside the guild that's posted up on the door downstairs. Shortly after sunfall, you see 2 individuals step out of the Rangers Guild that obviously don't belong. They are wearing silvered plate armor, trimmed with like almost like gold or colorful lattice around the trims of it. Big symbol of the Divine Five on the breastplate, and like these beige cloaks that they wear around that are attached to the shoulders of the plate armor. As they come out, one is a taller, slender female. The other is a very gruff, short dwarf male. As they walk out, they don't pay any attention to you guys as you walk out. And you would overhear as they pass, as they come out, the shorter, gruff dwarf goes, "Oh man, we should hit the bar, get some ice. Really use some ice for this hand here. A real sore one." And she goes, "Yeah, you really went all in there." And he goes, "Nah, let's take the pleasure in the job." And they walk off down the street.
All right, guys, these are the people we're looking for.
I don't know if they're going to hear us any more than anybody else has.
Well,
But, I mean, we obviously can take a risk.
yeah, I think they're gonna be the ones with the answers who've talked to Yahan, maybe found some truth in what he says. Maybe we can convince them. Maybe they've been convinced that he's potentially innocent. You want to wait for them at the bar or follow them after?
I have a feeling I talked to him to see if he's innocent. It just meant punching his face a whole lot.
His hand looked pretty hurt. It didn't seem like the kind of clergy work you traditionally see.
Still think we're going to be able to get information on them.
I think so. Can I do like a religion check to see if I recognize what church they're from?
Divine Five.
Divine Five. Okay. Is there like a?
So you would actually not recognize it. No, sorry.
Okay.
You would not know this. It is a symbol you've seen, and when I guess well, actually you would. You recognize it from when you guys passed through Legatio. You guys know it. You're all familiar with it, being from Domum. You're very familiar with the Divine Five. Or at least you two are.
Mm-hmm.
But you also saw it in Legatio the first time. That's where that was Bob. And you would recognize it as the same symbol that the armored individuals that were like the zealots in Legatio when you passed through, and they were very much like, everybody's in their bed at this curfew,
Military
yada yada.
town.
Yes,
Yeah.
Same guys, same armor, same.
group. Okay.
My question is, where is this Edwin person? Why hasn't he come out of the building?
If he's the leader of the Rangers Guild, he might have enough business that keeps him preoccupied inside the building, potentially.
You would also, by the way, know that the Rangers Guild has barracks and housing inside of it, and many of the Rangers do stay
I
there.
would have assumed that too.
So you don't just slip him something? And then watch and see as he just starts speaking truth to everybody?
Well, that was the original. Well, that was one of the ideas.
Oh.
Yeah. First, I think we need to get in touch with the clergyman. If they're going to the bar, we might be able to slip one of them a truth serum at the bar.
And you're just going to leave Swift to die of boredom?
Better than to
I
die
think
by
that-
clergy hand, I'll tell you that much. Which
I'm
is
probably talking
honestly
ears off of the
what I
Oh,
think
yeah.
is
Posted
Yeah,
that
the
up.
other
Like,
you
I'm
guys
having a great
look
time.
when you say that, like, oh, leaving Swift to die of boredom, and you look over and you see Swift is sitting there just like and you see the other two Rangers like drooping faces because it's the night shift. It's usually like the one benefit of working a graveyard shift is at least it's quiet and peaceful, and these guys are just
tonight.
I'm telling all the stories of like when I was a kid, what I like, all my past history of like adventures I've gone on, places I've seen,
Ghost ships.
people I've killed.
give me a performance check and advantage.
15.
Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna try to stealthily stalk to see which bar the 2 of the 5.
They head to the Brambleberry.
Okay.
You don't even need to stealth roll. They're not really paying attention. They're walking down the street. They head right in, and you can see they order 2 drinks, a plate of food, and a bucket of ice. And they walk over to a table, plop the thing of ice in. The dwarf sticks his hand into it and immediately like takes a sip of ale and starts grabbing food off the plate and eating it.
Okay.
If you go forward with this, I think I might have you go by yourself.
I think that might be best. Don't want to stand watch by the door. We wouldn't be able to make a very safe escape out of the city, being surrounded by the Rangers. So I don't think retreat is an option. And fighting would definitely not be preferred here, but I'm going to try to slip him the serum and see if I can get some words out of him.
Good luck.
But the trick is, I think I might have to separate them.
That I can do.
If you're able to distract the tall, slender one, the woman, I may be able to have a chance to talk with the short, was like a dwarf. Okay. And if you're able to talk with the woman, I can talk with the dwarf and see what we can find.
We can try.
We are going to go ahead and take a short break, and then we'll be right back with our conversations at the bar. So, you two are heading into the tavern. You guys got a game plan ahead of you. I guess 3 of you, Sal'enna's in the area, and Swift is boring her coworkers to the point that you see it almost looks like they're about to nod off. Around you.
God.
They're starting to. Yep. Okay.
If you're able to distract the tall one, I can handle the short one.
I will try.
Okay.
I'm just gonna watch this.
Hi. I have been trying to study religions in different regions in different areas, and I was wondering if one of you had a moment to talk with me.
He looks down at the dwarf, and she looks down at the dwarf, and he looks at her and goes. And she's like, "Of course, my dear. You can sit down at the table and join us if you like."
Would you mind sitting over at this table? He doesn't seem that interested, and I don't want to bug him and end our conversation early.
She looks at him, and he kind of looks at you and smiles, and you see like a little like jolt and kick, and she kind of moves her leg as if he kicked her on the table, and he's like, Of course.
Thank you.
Grabs the ale and
I
goes stand up and
have
sits
my
down next to
notebook,
him.
and I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
Of course. Yes, I'll let you know all about that. And she starts going into like the very practiced rehearsed speech about the Divine Five that you can tell she's like rolling her eyes through it.
And I will ask her, well, what is your role? And I just keep going on
yeah.
and on. Anything and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. That's where I'm going to... First, I'm going to cast the disguise self to like try to short myself as much as possible to the dwarf site. And then with a truth serum in one hand and kind of the fake one I made, I'll start swirling it to kind of make it look like they're similar.
These, by the way, these are like little vial bottles with corks in them. Like, they don't look like glass, like anything
Not like shot
like
glasses.
No.
Okay.
Like this is like a little about yay big, like science tube with a cork.
Science
tube. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Then let's see. I want to cast Is it guidance? Yeah, I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
Yeah.
And then I want to walk up to the bar, and who's serving? Is it either the kid or is it the
it's the same gal.
Same gal.
Not the owner and not but the friend of.
Okay, great. Can I have 2 small glasses of brandy, please?
Yeah, of course. You guys really like this, and sets them out for you.
Great. I'm gonna take the glasses and dump them to the side somewhere.
Yeah.
Or if there's anyone nearby, I'm like, shots. Anyone want a shot? Like away from the dwarf.
Yeah.
Hey, free shots. Find 2 people that
Yep.
will and take them.
Oh, immediately.
Oh, great. I'll take that cup from him. Yeah, potent stuff, isn't it? I'll take the empty glasses, pour the truth serum in one and the fake truth serum that hopefully look the same the other. And then I want to go over to the dwarf and be like, ho, looks like you hurt your hand there a little bit. Here, let me help you out. And I'm going to set the 2 drinks in front, pat him on the back, cast Healing Word.
Yeah.
Yes, casting Healing Word on him to help him out with his hand.
Yeah. He thanks. Takes out, shakes off the water and the ice and goes, ran out of juice for the day. Otherwise, I would have done it myself.
Yeah, ran out of juice. Well, here, I got something to help fill you back up. Cheers, mate.
Give me a persuasion, deception, whatever you want with
I
advantage.
think persuasion is what I'm going to go with. I think it's the same. With advantage.
Mm-hmm.
It's an 11.
Okay.
First one's on me, and then I can, whatever you want next, I can order that right after.
He takes it and he goes. He swishes around and looks at it. And,
cheers. To the 5 gods, I believe.
Divine 5.
The divine 5. Cheers to the 5. Clink.
And he kind of gives you this like weird eye. Takes it.
Ooh.
Oh.
Man, that. Oh, well, what can I get you next?
I prefer ale, honestly.
Ale. Bartender, can we have 2 ales, please, for this fine young gentleman and myself?
What's the occasion?
Oh, you haven't heard the legend of Manny and the 4? We just came back from slaying a dragon. There was, ask anyone here, they saw the performance last night of how we went out. We captured Yahan from the north and brought him down south.
Oh, you were the folks that brought him in.
Mm-hmm.
Heard he came pretty peacefully.
That
How'd you
he did.
talk him into it?
It was a lot of convincing. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not to my knowledge.
You haven't. Okay. Well. Rare indeed. Well, let's see. I heard he's causing quite the stir around town.
Sorry. Okay. I'm just reading the truth serum on here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it acts like as if it's
That's
a
fine.
zone of truth.
That's not, yeah. What was the question again?
Had you seen him recently? Which she answered no.
No.
And then I'm just gonna kind of regale him the whole story with kind of mock and being like again that lizard. I can't quite breathe fire this time without Sal, but also recant him the story. Wait for him to finish his ale, and then try to pour another shot with the fake truth serum and the real truth serum like to the side in the cups.
I'll take it again. Yeah, sure.
Cheers to that. Yeah, that's how I defeated the dragon. Called Thunder, and it rocked his world. So,
It's a pretty interesting story. It's good.
yeah, it was incredible. Ooh. Sorry, that second shot hit me pretty good. Wow.
I'll be honest, I don't feel a thing.
I don't feel a thing.
don't know what kind of liquor that is, but tastes funky.
Yeah, it's a specialty.
Alright.
So you haven't seen Yahan. You heard anything about him recently? About his trial coming up? Not his trial, his execution.
I heard it's set for 2 days from now. Yeah.
Please, man has a comment.
Yeah.
Did you hear what he? We know what he did. Hey, Ken. What am I trying to get at? You haven't had any dealings with the trader?
Nope. Not to my knowledge.
Not to your knowledge. Okay. Well. Hopefully, you had a good time being entertained. If you ever need another drink, I'll be around.
All right.
And,
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate the company. And have yourself a fine day.
Yep. Well, thank you. And I'll go join Sal and try to watch. Actually, one last time, I'm gonna pour a fake one and a real one, and bring it over to y'all two. Where if you're talking to the tall lady about the religion, what? Oh, hey, this was sent over for y'all two on the house, and here's for you, and here's one for your friend.
Give me a performance check.
10.
She looks at you and goes, "Who the fuck are you?"
I'm gonna cast Charm Person on her.
Oh.
Okay. What is that?
It's a Wisdom 14 save. I attempt to charm a humanoid I can see within range. Wisdom saving throw, and does so.
It's an 8.
Great.
I rolled a 4.
Well, I'm Manny. And
Oh, nice to meet you, Manny.
yeah, nice to meet you too. Here, why don't you just let yourself, hopefully you're having a nice relaxing evening. Just kind of, hopefully you're at ease. And yeah, here's a drink for you. And a drink for you.
Of course, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh,
Takes the drink.
thank you. And I take the drink too, and I cough a whole lot for
It's-
a very long time.
It's milky water.
Are you true serving me?
No, you're drinking watery milk.
Okay. Well, she would have thought it was alcohol, so she would have still coughed.
Since the person is charmed,
They wouldn't know about the true serum, and also it doesn't necessarily say anything about willingly failing.
willingly. Okay, gotcha. I was gonna see if I can let them let their guard down at all fight.
They take
And-
the drink.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Great. Well, I'll leave you two to it and enjoy your night. I'll walk away and go hang out with Sal.
Well, you seem lovely.
He is.
Oh, you
He's
know it.
from we're friends. He's from a really little town, and like
I could have. I would have thought you guys were siblings.
I know.
Oh no, you look like a dwarf.
I'm shorter. I'm
Yeah.
not looking. I'm still a furball, but just kind of shorter.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I don't know.
I mean, a lot of people think he could be my son or my little brother,
Well, fair enough.
especially
okay.
when he's that small.
Yeah.
And then he starts talking, and that voice is so deep, and they get kind of freaked out by it.
It was a little weird. It was a little
It's-
upsetting.
yeah,
But
right?
my friend's a dwarf. He the same way.
Your
see him-
friend's hands were so bloody. What was that from?
Oh, he broke his hand earlier.
How?
Oh, he was throwing some punches and then busted it up pretty good.
Whew. I would hate to be the recipient of whose face he did punch.
Oh yeah, no, the guy was not looking. Trust me, it's looking a lot worse than the hand.
The guy was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did he deserve it at least? I'm
Oh, for
hoping?
sure.
Yeah. How do you know though?
Well, we have magic to find out people's truth, and he deserved it.
Was it a weird truth?
I don't think so. No.
No. Huh.
Well, we have more questions to ask him later, anyways.
Oh, that's good. We've been hearing weird stories about like weird magicians from up north, and like we just got back from the wood,
Mm-hmm.
and in the wood one of the giants there was corrupted by this red hand.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Isn't that insane? You've never heard anything like that here?
Oh, I've heard about some stuff like that before, but I don't know too much.
Oh.
Not here necessarily.
We didn't know that it happened anywhere. Like, we saw it a little bit in the very south regions, too. So it's kind of baffling to have it all the way here, too. I mean, that's a pretty far spread.
Yeah, I've heard a few things about it all over the continent.
Really? Is it something, like, what has the Divine Five said about it?
Oh, well, I pray and I hope they listen, but they don't speak to me directly. But from what I've heard from my higher-ups is that there's some group that is causing mischief or whatever, mischief and trying to spread dissent amongst the people of Spey.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay, that's our job. Unify the people. If everybody worships the Divine Five, I think we'd be able to be a little more protected from such other things.
Fairies in the sky.
How's Edwin doing? We got to travel up with him.
Oh, he seems to be in a pretty good mood overall.
Really?
Yeah.
He was super quiet on the way here. We didn't really get to know him.
Oh, I'm good. Appreciate it.
So,
We offer some to Luke.
Yeah, he doesn't talk a whole lot to us, but we're helping him out.
oh yeah, well that probably put him in a great mood. You guys seem very helpful.
Thanks.
We aim to be.
Well, it was a delight meeting and talking.
Of course.
If you want, I'll send my friend Manny over.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back with my friend.
Thank you.
I see a point over. I'll just kind of like give you a wave.
Hope I didn't take too much of your time.
No, totally fine.
Thank you. Okay.
I really hated this conversation. Stands up and goes and sits down.
Everybody does whenever we talk religion.
I understand that.
Got the truth serum. Gotta be honest.
Manny, that was very stressful. Don't do that to me again.
Well, it seems that the truth serum is working on her. If we can get her to talk about what happened.
I pried as much as I was willing to do before it got suspicious. Because even though she has a truth serum, she can still start to think, this is weird, is what I'm pretty sure. And so I don't want to spook her or anything.
Let's see. Well, I agree. Yeah, we probably shouldn't let them know that we're investigating too openly. Maybe I might have a chance to talk to the tall one and...
Just intimidate him.
I'm looking like a soft teddy bear right now, so I'm not all that intimidating.
Well, you can change that.
Well, it would be a little weird if I changed right in front of him, but if I knew anyone who was intimidating, it'd be you, Sal.
I ain't doing shit. I'm watching you guys train wreck this.
As usual. Well, in that case, I'm gonna order 2 ales, and I'm gonna beckon over the tall woman over to where I'm at a table to myself.
Well, she comes over and sits down. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's going pretty good. How's your night? You look like you came here with your friend the dwarf. Are y'all acquaintances? Or?
Oh yeah, we work together.
You work together. Well, what kind of work do you do?
Oh, we work for the Divine Five and its allies.
Well, it's a noble profession.
Of course.
What kind of job did you have today?
Oh, we needed to have a conversation with an individual.
Oh, who was it?
Well, we're not really supposed to say.
Oh, you're not? Oh, well, that makes sense. Well, did the individual have anything to say?
Oh yeah, they told a few stories.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
I love stories.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me one about the individual set?
No, I really shouldn't.
Oh, come on, I love stories. And your job just sounds so interesting.
Give me a. Yeah, give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. Gotta use my. Taking out that bad dice. 14.
Well, I'm not supposed to say a lot, unfortunately. I was making up some stories about friends being cursed or whatever, but that's about it.
No, it's cursed. Is anything we need to be worried about?
No. Divine Five will take care of it.
Oh, good. I'm thankful to have y'all's protection in the town. Quite thankful for that. It was cursed, you say? You believe him?
No, not the slightest.
Oh, so he was probably lying to you then.
Oh, of course.
Okay. Well, if only there was a way to get someone to tell the whole truth.
Well, there's magic that can assist, and we didn't quite get through to him as much as we wanted to, and so we'll be trying again tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get the real truth out of him.
Oh, the real truth. Huh. It's the funny thing about the truth is, some truth is more real than others.
Yeah.
Oh,
Magic is good at finding the bottom of it.
Truth. Cheers to that.
Oh, thank you.
To the bottom of our cups.
Ah, perfect. She
Drink
drinks
some. So, what time tomorrow are you going to be working?
We get up pretty early in the morning. In fact, I think me and my friend are gonna have to hit the hay here in the next hour or so.
Hour or so, yeah. Well, sounds like you are quite busy with your hands full.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's see. Still didn't learn anything from this from this either with the dwarf. Alright, well, if you need any assistance with anything or need any help, my name is Manny. We're the ones who brought the trader back to town. You might have heard of us. So if you need anything, need any more information, feel free to chat with us.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
Alright. Take care.
Cool. Oh, and she goes back to hang out with her dwarf buddy and. Yeah.
Cool. Dang.
Not as easy as you thought it would be, was it?
It's easy. Sal, we may need you to intimidate him.
Sal gets up, walks straight over to the dwarf, flicks her tongue at him, and says, "Why were you punching Yahan?"
I think it's best you move along, little lady.
I don't think I will.
It's all right.
I turned to the gal and said, "Why was your friend punching Yahan?"
Looks up. She doesn't say anything.
Can I roll for intimidation
Yeah.
as I stare at her? That's only a 12.
They don't seem phased.
I sit down. So what are you guys doing in the room with Yahan? It's not very nice to, punch people.
He looks at his friend. I best think it's time we tune in for the night. It's like, okay. And they both get up to leave.
I get up and start following them.
Cool.
What were you expecting here?
I didn't know what to expect. See what Sal had to offer. I take it they have rooms in the.
Nope.
Oh, they leave.
They leave the Brambleberry.
Follow.
Cool.
Right. Yeah. I'll stealthy follow. Are you still like?
I'm just
Apparently
casually walking behind them as they're going out, not making myself obviously trying to hide or anything.
Yeah. They exit the Brambleberry and turn down the main road, headed towards the Rangers Guild. Before getting there, they enter into a small building, not too big. You see them enter the building, shut the door behind them, it locks. Curtains are drawn on the windows so you can't see in or anything.
Now we know where they're staying at. Should we have a more convincing conversation with them?
I do not. What is our outcome here?
Well,
What are we trying to gather? We
We're-
know that they heard the truth. We know that they don't believe the truth. So what are we, outside of murdering them, how is that going to help the truth?
They said they were looking for a different truth.
Yeah, they want to hang him. The town has spent 5 years hating this man.
Well,
Plus, they've all just ignored the forest. They're not scared of whatever this red hand thing will be. Is it a black hand? Am I making things up
Black
again?
hand.
Is it black hand? Freaking egg. Okay, black hand. So, I don't know what we're expecting here, what outcome we're expecting. But if we go in there and if we kill them...
Why do we have to go
Yes.
in there? We could set it on fire.
I don't know why she's turned into a pyro, but she has. And why? All
I'm just
saying
trying to provide
is-
solutions to your questions here.
I just want to know what we honestly think is going to happen.
I think they're at this point our only lead on how to get to Yahan.
Potions.
At this point at the night, you can actively tell that the two guards that are with you, by the way, are snoring.
Yeah, I was like, Edwin, we have somebody on the inside. These two have chosen their side.
I'm really hoping they decide to come and check
Yeah.
on me.
I can
No,
say
these
watch.
two idiots are not.
From where we followed to the small house, is that
You can't see the Rangers Guild from there.
okay?
You're not too far away, but you can't see it.
Gotcha. Okay, I just want to make sure it wasn't like on the opposite side of. I guess
No.
it's small.
They exit the Brambleberry and headed towards the Rangers Guild and then ducked into another house on the way.
I'm like watching to see if they're coming.
Well, other than following up on these two, we can see what Swift has found out while she's on shift. Let's go talk to her.
That would be ideal. At least at this point, doing something that wasn't going to get people killed for no reason.
Let's just check and make sure she's safe.
And when I see you guys coming, I'm like,
Yeah, rounding the corner of the street, you guys see the entrance to the Rangers Guild, and you see 3 cloaked individuals. 2 of them are leaning against the wall with their hoods up, so you can't quite make their face out, especially like it's dark out. The hood covers it more. You guys can't see their faces under the cowls, but they're leaning against the building. And then she's in front of the door dancing, doing like...
Guys. I think she can let us in. Alright, let's be sneaky and let's follow her.
if I peek in, are there people like milling about inside, or is it?
No,
dead
it's
night?
it's dead because it's night. However, there is still one guard
Just the one
posted
guard.
at the doorway. Different guard this time. Seems to have pulled up a stool and a second stool in front of him and seems to be playing some solo card game on the stool.
You guys, they're sleeping, and there's no one else inside except for the one guard.
That is good.
Yeah,
I don't know how you
I
managed
was
it.
really hoping that you guys would show up.
I'll tell you, it was probably really close.
Is there anything we can do about the one guard inside?
I mean, I can shoot them, but I don't want to shoot another ranger who didn't do anything to me.
It's right there, you dimples. Oh.
I could try and distract them.
If you can distract him, I think we can sneak in if the door is unlocked.
I can put him into a catatonic state. Make it seem like he's dead.
That might be part 2.
As long as he doesn't die or doesn't get
No.
hurt.
I'm being legit here. He won't be dead.
Guys, he's playing cards. I'll just go start playing cards with him and make sure his back is to the door. You guys can sneak in, right?
He's got the stool like up against the door, like he's using the door as a backrest, essentially.
A catatonic sleep death sounds good.
Oh, I meant for Yahan, if we wanted to get him out of the situation.
Oh. What about on the guard?
Usually it's a willing creature.
Oh.
I don't think you'd be willing to,
Well, Swift, if you think you can somehow distract the guard.
I just talked to him a ton like I talked to these two. Apparently these two thought I was boring because I just fell asleep in the middle of me telling them stories.
That's rude.
I know.
Yeah, if that works, go for it.
I'll go in and try and distract the other guard.
Cool. Heading inside, he looks up from playing cards, looks up at you, coming in the front door. Hey, aren't you supposed to be out there guarding? What are you doing?
Yeah, there's 2 others out there, and I'm just really bored, so I thought maybe I'd come and talk to you and help you here for a few minutes.
Look, I appreciate it, but I don't want to get in trouble. I think it's probably better we stick to our posts.
Well, I mean, they're doing a great job out there. I don't get why I'm needed here.
Inca starts kind of like trying to look out the window, and he's just like, look, listen, I think you should probably be outside. It's a minimum of 3 guards at all times. This is our lowest point in terms of guards, which means that we're at our most vulnerable, so we need to be vigilant.
Well, do you need like a bathroom break or something while I'm here, and then I'll head back out?
No,
Okay.
I got a bucket right here.
Doesn't it stink?
He goes back to playing cards.
I'll come back. Guys, I might have to shoot him.
Can I cast Charm Person on 2nd level, targeting the 2 silent or 2 quiet or not quiet, 2 sleeping people?
I'm gonna cast Charm Person on him.
Yeah, on not the person inside, but the 2 sleeping guards outside. In case if they do wake up, then at least they might not be as perturbed.
Sure. Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay.
What are the walls? Are they wood, metal?
What?
Stone.
Hey, I'm gonna ask.
The floor inside the Rangers Guild Tavern is stone.
just goes through the floor.
I could.
You could.
We're trying to get to Yahan.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know what cell he's in?
No, you guys have no idea what the layout down below would be.
So I could drop us in a hole.
I'm thinking if we get to Yahan, you could tell us what he told the clergyman. And we're not necessarily trying to break him out. We're just trying to find a way for him to. I guess he would have told us the truth.
Oh my goodness, Katie. You freaking dinkus.
Mm-hmm.
She is the zone of truth.
Oh, that's funny. That's perfect.
I didn't realize it.
So what's our objective? Are we trying to get to Edwin? Or are we trying to get to Yahan? Are we trying to murder people?
I don't want to murder people.
Well, you're part of the Assassin's Guild. I thought your job's murdering people.
the people who deserve murder, and these people are just doing their jobs.
But they're protecting the people that are framing an innocent man.
Yeah.
What's your law and justice say about that?
But they don't know that he's innocent. We have to prove that he's innocent.
Casualty of war.
They don't want to hear that he's innocent. What do we do then?
We leave town. Not our problem.
Technically, he's not wrong.
It's a she.
She's not wrong. See, I knew it. I knew I'd try. I was doing so dang good this episode, too.
I'm game for whatever you want to do. We want to murder Edwin, and Yahan becomes magically leader of the Rangers.
I don't
Maybe
know.
Swiftstone becomes leader of the Rangers and revokes
Talk
Yahan.
to Edwin inside a zone of truth. That would be the best case scenario.
He's probably part of the Black Hand.
Yeah. Ooh. Get that truth out of him, and then.
We don't know where he's at. We have a day and a half left before Yahan's dead, but do we care if he dies?
Yahan? I mean, our skin in the game isn't like, not like too much riding on Yahan surviving other than.
So this is what I've got. I can get us down a floor, and then I can get open a hole back up, but that's all I can do for the night. The Snake Lord only gives me so many things.
Freaking Snake Lord.
Also, to open a hole in the floor, you'd have to go into the building.
Yeah. Right.
Very much within view of the guard that's in there, just so you know.
Yeah.
The one that's guarding the door.
I just act confused.
What do y'all think? Do you think we should ditch Yahan or come back another day and see if we can come at it at a different
I
angle
could
with his
polymorph you into a rat.
I can wall shape into a rat
Oh, well, why aren't you doing this?
because the door's locked. I wouldn't be able to get through it.
Just slide under it. Become a snake. Come on. Become one with the snake.
I think a snake would be too obvious.
Yeah, just slithering in.
What about a cricket?
I mean, I don't know how small I can be. I'm gonna be a tardigrade for all I care. Be like a flea or I don't know, a mite or something. Can I wild shape into a ladybug or a flea?
I don't know if you can do insects.
Yeah, because
It has to be because it has to be a beast.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Where you going?
What do y'all think?
We could request a meeting with him tomorrow morning.
I want to try to somehow force like a trial with
Well,
the zone of truth, like in a public space.
If Swift,
That
Could
would
I-
be best.
Before his execution, like.
they're probably going to do it privately.
No, they'll probably make it a very public execution.
That would be a public space with a lot of.
Oh
listeners.
yeah, no, you guys would know that this is going to be a public hanging.
We could be like Robin Hood
So yeah,
and
we
shoot
should make a scene.
Yeah,
the arrow off of his noose.
but
Yeah,
Right his
it's-
hand.
the plan is pretty simple.
How
There,
big is the zone? of
the
truth?
center tree
15.
that the town hall is built on top of that giant yew tree that like branches out. They're gonna string him up on a rope on one of those branches and haul him up and hang him in front of the
Well,
entire
I
town,
can
so
cast
he hangs
it
from the
60 feet and
from
it's a
the town
radius
hall.
of 15 feet.
at the center of the
And
town,
then-
center of the city.
If
but we'd have to get him to talk.
It lasts for 10 minutes.
and what is like, can
They
people get
are
out of it?
aware,
With polymorph,
so
I can cast you into a caterpillar.
creature that enters the spell the time on a turn starts its turn there must
think
make a
that'd be able
charisma
to get
saving
to a
throw. On a
locked door.
failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate
I'm just shooting out
dialogue radius.
ideas.
I'll know if they succeed or fail. An affected creature is aware of the spell and can avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. Such a creature can be evasive in its answers as long as it remains within the boundaries of the truth.
Right, and that's the same issue we had with the truth serum is that they can not answer, but answer the question.
However, not answering at times
at
is the
trial.
truth of itself.
Yeah.
Especially if we're in if we're in a crowd and they are trying to avoid a question. And if we can disperse enough in between the crowd and demand answers, make it like a riling cry. I mean, you and I can disguise ourselves. We don't have to look like outsiders, per se. We could look like rangers. Going,
If they somehow
give us
know-
answers, give us answers.
Yeah. I mean, we're also the ones that brought him in, so I think we should be able to demand, you know, I won't say on any terms that we're justified to, but
I don't think they're going to hear from outsiders. At this point, if we could zone of truth him before he gets hung, him and Edwin.
Yeah.
Which Edwin will walk beside him because it's a capture, you know?
Maybe.
I would walk with him.
There's a lot of maybes.
It's a lot of maybes, but at least we tried something publicly. And I mean, the worst thing is an innocent man gets hung, and we go back to the tower, and we make sure that they understand the Black Hand in all of this.
Yeah, I like that idea. Wait for like that public space and then catch him. That way, in the zone of truth, and try to get him to admit why he's hanging Yahan, or if he set him up. Yeah.
Well, bye, Swift. Have fun with your shift.
Yeah.
Now they fell asleep, so now it's boring.
I'll hang out with you if you really need me to.
Sucker.
Sleep.
Okay.
So that's back to
So you guys head for a long rest?
Yeah, I think so.
Swift, about 35 minutes after they left, two familiar individuals in silvered plate metal with beige cloaks and the symbol of the Divine Five come waltzing over. They look at you, give you a nod. Look at the two that have their hood up and are still kind of, and immediately they just push you out of the side and walk in and head up the stairs of the Rangers Guild and upstairs into a room up there. About 15 minutes later, a couple Rangers come out and wake the two that are up and shake them awake, and immediately you can hear them just chewing them out, and then get the fuck out of here, man, go home, and send them off. And then they sit and they start taking over the shift for guarding, and you spend the rest of the night there, so you can take a point of exhaustion for the next day.
Sounds good.
You guys go back to, I assume, the Brambleberry Inn, take a long rest. Morning comes, and as dawn breaks, you're excused from your post, and you guys would awake, and when you go to open the door to head downstairs, each of you have two Rangers sitting in front of your doors, arms crossed. I think you all need to.
I close my door.
As soon as you open it and then close your door, they don't really react or move. But you guys are like, Edwin summoned you. Sounds like he needs to have a conversation with your group.
Okay.
Well, it's just the guy we're wanting to talk to. Alright, I'll grab Sal out of the room. Alright, Sal, let's go.
No, I'm good.
You gonna stay back?
There's two strangers outside my
You
door.
get back to the Brambleberry around the same time, and
They
you would
want us
see
to
this.
talk to Edwin.
Stranger danger.
Well,
Guys, I just got off work.
they
What's
don't
going
mean us
on?
any harm right now.
They were armed.
Well,
They're
Tell 'em to
Rangers,
stand
they're always
down.
armed.
yeah, they're always armed. Well, they're not posing any immediate threat. And as long as also the two guards, can y'all guarantee his safety?
Yeah.
Alright, there you go. You have their word. They're not gonna hurt you. Let's go meet Edwin.
Sounds boring. Open the door. Start walking past everybody.
Okay. Oh, Swift. Swifty, you're back.
I'm back. Got off work.
Oh.
Where are we going?
We
were summoned by Edwin.
I walked all the way here for nothing.
Afraid so.
To go back?
Yeah.
We probably could have let her just leave.
Okay. Yeah, if you...
No, we got her with us.
Were there rangers in front of her room as well?
Switch room?
Oh, no. Okay. Well, if you want to stay behind, you're more than welcome to.
They'd prefer if she came with.
Yeah,
Oh.
now they know she's part of our crew.
Oh, okay. Well, guess we're all gonna meet Edwin. Hopefully, get some answers. Right? Yeah, I guess we'll follow him.
Cool. Agreeing to go with. As soon as you guys in the building, most of the rangers disperse off from there, but two stay with you, one in front, one in back, and head back to the Rangers Guild.
I keep trying to lead.
Hmm?
I keep trying to lead. Like, one
Yeah.
starts trying to get in front of me, and then I start walking faster.
Okay, yeah. And they're not gonna stop you or try and jump in front of you or anything. Heading into the Rangers Guild, you guys are led up the stairs, around the corner, to a door at the end of the hallway.
I turn to the first guard and say, "Hey, could you fetch some coffee for the meeting?"
Well, Edwin wants to talk to you. I'll see what we can do.
Perfect.
The door's opened, and you can see sitting at a desk in the far end of the room is Edwin, currently going through some paperwork, and he looks up, ushers you guys in. Guys come in, and he goes, "You can leave us," and the two rangers shut the door behind you as you guys go into the room, and they leave. And he looks at you guys and goes, "So what's the fucking problem? You go out, you get Yahan, you usher him back here, and now you're casting spells on my associates? Trying to pry information? What the fuck?"
Trying to pry information.
We're trying to see why Yahan isn't receiving a fair trial.
Fair trial? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. He killed one of his brothers, shot him in the back. Okay, and I bring two people in here to get the honest truth out of him, and then you go snooping about, trying
And
to
what did
cast
they
spells
say
and asking
was
questions.
the honest truth?
And what
Huh?
truth did they get?
I was there. I listened to all of it. They're still working on it. He still won't tell us everything. So we're gonna go get ahead today, see if we can get a little more information out of him. But I don't need you getting involved. And I don't appreciate what you did last night. She sure doesn't either. And you guys look, and standing in the corners of the room that you guys came into are the two plaid male. She gives you
they're
like
there too.
she gives you a real stern look. Charmed person. After an hour, they know you were charmed by him when the spell ends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we were just having a nice, lovely conversation.
And he looks back at the rest of your group. I'd appreciate it if you back the fuck off. You already got your payment. So, this is an internal matter. You're not a part of it. I think you guys can leave. Any questions? Didn't think so. Alright, get the fuck out of here. And the door opens. Two rangers are there just like,
Sweet.
back.
Time to leave town.
I don't appreciate the
Yeah.
snooping as like you guys leave the room, the door shuts.
Alright. Guess we'll... should we just leave town? I kinda...
I hate this idea that every town we go to, we
Even
make it
less.
worse before we leave.
What do you mean?
Well, we go to Legatio, leave it, and it's worse than when we came. We go down south, building, whole town gets burned down, and we have to get people out. And we leave. And then we see Ben and Ruby, and we know something is wrong in that fucking town. And we leave. And then we come up here, because we're supposed to inspect a magical forest. We solve that problem. First good thing we've done, by the way. And now we're going to let an innocent man get hanged by a tyrannical freaking ranger?
If you haven't already picked it up,
And then we leave.
if you haven't already picked it up,
The world is bigger than us.
the world is being controlled by somebody else.
Oh, I know! But nobody wants to listen to that.
Yeah.
I will say, just so you guys know, you guys definitely had picked up a bit of the layout of this building. The upstairs is obviously bedrooms and barracks rooms. At the end of that hall is the main office. You guys kind of get the assumption that first floor is the lounge area, the bar, and those back rooms on the first floor are just like the kitchen storage space. And then there's obviously the basement of the building.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you know if there's any second in command of the Rangers Guild who we might be able to talk to?
I know that.
There's not. The guild has a head, and then the highest rank of guild members are called Grey Cloaks. And there's a few of them. You would know that it's the elite set of the members. Get the title of Grey Cloak. You guys know too. Yahan was one. Both
Is it Belfour?
both Belfour and Edwin were the Grey Cloaks that you guys knew, but Edwin is now leader of the guild.
Oh. Do you know if there's anyone else we might be able to take this matter to?
We have that council. Somebody you can send messages to. If it's a guild's affair, the only higher authority is when all the guilds get involved. If everybody gets involved on that front, then Edwin has to answer to something higher than just his own little pocket of the world. That's my only suggestion, other than the town doesn't really care.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we can pull rank saying that we're from the tower, because it is a guild matter.
Right. I'm not part of the Rangers Guild.
Me either.
Swift's the only one with skin in the game.
I say the next person we try to talk to is Belfour and see if he would be willing to help.
I don't think he would. I think, as much as he hates the citizen also, he is a loyal ranger. And I
Mhm.
don't think he would like to not be a ranger just because he spoke against it.
So the only thing to appease Phoenix here is to follow through with what you guys were planning the other night.
No, at this point, even that, I don't know if it'll have any benefit.
Why? Because he was mean and said mean words to you?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not just him. Everybody we've talked to in the town, except for his wife. And I mean, except for his wife. Even his son right now would probably prefer to see him hanged.
Have we thought about talking to the giants?
We've not.
Oh yeah. And it's
Only two of us can speak giant. I
Yeah.
don't know if they have anybody in there.
Oh, I wasn't saying I was going to walk to the Grove.
I was gonna say it takes like 2 days to get to the Grove, or like a day and a half, I think. Get to the Giant's Grotto.
Somebody
Yes,
knows
but
sending.
Some of us know sending. It's worth a try.
Yeah, if we can have
I'm
a
certain
giant,
the town would listen to if a whole bunch of giants came to speak on his behalf.
I like that. Yeah.
We also know the one guy in the tower.
I'm just saying,
Terrace.
if you're so upset about us not fixing things, these are only plausible solutions to us fixing things, Phoenix.
You're right.
So, we either leave and let it be.
He came with us.
I still
That should speak something in and of itself.
I still feel like we need to be the heroes here. We shouldn't back down just because we're a little scared. I think we should do everything within our power to
Scared?
save him. Especially if he's an innocent man and they're torturing him.
Death is part of life.
That is true for everyone, but it doesn't have to be painful or early. Let's see. Well, let's send word to the giants. Hopefully they can get here in time before the
Oh,
trial.
well, they could easily get here in time. They're not the problem. They're
And
freaking giants.
so they can get here by the trial before, and
There is no trial.
there's no trial before the execution, and hopefully they can help us.
Did you ever find out what was in the bag?
No, I gave it to his wife.
And you didn't have her open it?
It's like my haversack. If I don't want people to know, the only thing she
What if
pulled
he
out.
has notes in there?
The only thing she pulled out in front of me was a picture.
Okay. Those are my helpful solutions for the day. Sal out.
I will.
She
do-
turns and walks towards the inn at this point.
I will do 2 sendings.
Okay.
First to Balrock.
Bullrock, yeah.
Balrock. At least I remembered one of the names. Suckers! This is the downside to me writing nothing, but I wouldn't even be able to find it in my notes even if I wrote it down.
Even the names I write down, I still
Yeah.
forget.
So, Balrock,
There's also Gauche.
Okay.
Gauche was the one that fought with us against the rock and the bullets
Okay.
with Yahan.
well, I think I can do sending 3 times.
And he was the one that actually went north,
Mm-hmm.
and would know a lot more about any of the
Okay.
corruption in
Bullrock
the
was
area.
the stone giant who stayed behind to
Yeah.
shepherd the forest and try and keep whatever he could safe from it. And then Gauche is the leader of the stone giants.
But we still might need
Was
Balrock
trying
to testify about the other giant being banished north and then coming back and tainting the grove. And then he did see the handprint also.
Yes, yeah, he'd be perfect.
So, we're in Nyx, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And they'll know who I am, so I don't have to say who I am. They just know. Okay. Sorry. I'm nervous. I only have so many words.
How many words again is it?
25. Yahan, correct? Is that it?
Yahan.
Yahan. Okay. Need help in Nyx. Yahan going to die. Need to testify about the Black Hand and how serious it is. Please come if available tomorrow.
And that was to.
That message will go to both. Well, no, that'll just go to Balrock.
Bullrock, yeah.
Balrock, yeah. And then to Gauche.
Gauche, yeah.
Gauche. I'll say, Yahan to die tomorrow. Please come help testify about the truth. Any information will help. Thank you.
Okay.
And then to Terrace, and that'll be literally all of my spells for one section. All of my 3rd level spells. It'll be... Because I'm trying to remember. I have updated him about some things.
You last update you sent to him, you said
About the grove.
forest was cleansed.
Heading up
undead
north.
giant with black hand mark heading north.
Yeah. Okay.
To search for answers.
My assumption is that he just knows a lot of shit about everything. So
He's
I'm
got
just gonna
spies.
go forward, okay? went north, caught Yahan, brought him back. He will get hanged unless we can do something to help. Please advise.
Innocent.
Please advise. Think he is innocent. Black hand involved.
Smiley face.
Kisses.
Emotion. Emo.
No kisses. I was at 25. We're safe. And I would have waited a little bit after each one to give, because they can respond.
Yeah, you don't get any response from...
Obviously,
from
we said the other two in Giant.
Yeah, you don't get any response from the Giants. Terrace does come back, and he goes, thank you for the information. Edwin is part of the fold. He should know all about the Black Hand. He was there for the meeting.
Edwin is part of the fold?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the fold being the council that you guys went to and learned about the Black Hand, and then you guys traveled with Graham.
Remember his name.
It was
no problem.
It was Graham, Belfour, Edwin, and then two cart drivers, like two people that were driving the carts. The two cart drivers and Graham both died in the skirmish, but Belfour and Edwin both showed up and were a part of that fight and assisting in killing some of the
we got
rangers
ambushed on
the road.
that. So someone there spilled the beans and had Graham killed. Probably Edwin, if I had to guess.
Well,
just a hunch.
We've been followed since the very beginning. And everybody has eyes on us. And definitely everybody had eyes on Graham. As stealthy as we thought we could be.
While you're doing the sending,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try something. I'm going to cast Disguise Self.
Mm-hmm.
Look totally different. Just mustache. Maybe a pipe.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a top hat.
I love that you think disguise self means you just come up with all of these things.
It does, well, I mean, for the most,
Yeah.
Yeah,
just like it changes. Disguise self changes you. Like you can change race and stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna look like a gnome.
Okay.
Or like shorter.
There we
I think
go.
I can move like 1 foot up and down, so maybe.
Well, is it disguise self or is it the trait of that you're using? Because they're very different.
Oh, like the furball.
Because there's a
That'd be-
furball one where you can just like shrink or increase by like a foot, and then there's the disguise self.
We have
spell.
disguise self, like, as a trait.
Well, that's what I mean.
once a day.
The furball disguise self, I'm pretty sure, is not the same as the disguise self spell. It's similar, but if I recall, I thought
Oh,
it
wait.
was.
It was like,
It gave me the Disguise Self spell.
Oh, maybe it is just the spell.
But I
Yeah.
do remember reading that it does say maybe there's a limit to the change.
No,
Maybe
it
with
is.
the
Yeah. Can seem up to. You can cast detect magic and disguise self, and you can seem up to 3 feet shorter. Yeah. So it is the normal disguise self spell. So yeah.
Okay.
You can make yourself look like.
So yeah.
Including clothing, armor, weapons, and belongings. You can make yourself including those. So yeah, you can change race, give yourself a top hat.
Top hat, height,
Yeah.
mustache, looking like a gnome. I'm gonna go up to the Renters Guild and be like, "Hello, my name is Bronson, and I come from Bronson family attorney at law. I've been staying here directly
Attorneys
from
and
the
him.
from the tower, by the Queen herself to represent someone who is of interest to her. I believe you have Belfour in your hold. Not Belfour, Yahan in your possession. And by statute of the law of the land, he does have representation. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm to be his representation.
Give me.
Best performance role of your life.
Yeah, give me a performance check.
Okay. 8.
walks up and he's like,
Can I cast
don't know nothing about a queen.
of the tower? Her Royal Highness?
I know that there's like an Archmagi up there, like the leader of the Mages Guild. Yeah, sure, if that's what you call her. But look,
Are you not a loyal subject
no, I answer to the Rangers Guild, not to the Wizards Guild.
of?
I got nothing to do with the Arcanium School of Magic, so
Well, then
unless I hear something from Edwin, I sorry, I can't let you in.
So you're refusing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, you'll be hearing from my attorney. The other Bronson. Bronson. It's Bronson.
And you guys each represent each other?
Yes.
Oh.
And client.
Efficient.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a family business.
All right.
You'll be hearing from my attorney.
Sure.
All right. Oh, please. Dang. My performance.
Gonna have to take a multi-class in Bard now.
I know. I really want
The skill expert
better.
feat.
God. Right. I took the wrong thing at level 8, but oh well. All right, I tried. So I guess we gotta wait for the giants to show up and the day of
That
execution.
is if they show up. I
Yeah.
mean, we might watch an innocent man get hanged tomorrow.
Ooh. I guess all we can do right now is wait.
Yep.
Fiddle around. Wait for the next day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bed because I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm probably just gonna mill around for the day, not do anything too special.
Tal goes to the wife's door.
Okay.
How do you know where her door is?
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait a second.
Can I roll investigation?
Going up there, like second, third story, whatever, like without a description of the area, I'd say probably not. I mean, like all the doors look the same. Up
Okay.
there.
Can I start knocking on every door?
Sure. You get a couple people like answer dreary-eyed and go, "What the fuck do you want?" And then shut the door in your face.
And then see her and they go, "Oh."
Yeah, some people just open and go, "Oh, what the fuck?" And close, and many doors don't answer.
I want to know what was in that bag. I go
It was his things.
and sit in my room.
Okay. You guys take a long rest.
Yes.
You wake up on the third day. The tavern is eerily quiet in the morning. And stepping outside, you can hear the echoing voices in the streets. It seems that people are already starting to gather, even though this isn't supposed to occur till midday. But people are starting to make their way out in the streets, out in the courtyard, heading towards the town hall. And then you catch it out of the corner of your eye. There is a large number of rangers that seem to be moving through the city
I want to send
South.
a sending to Edwin.
towards the exit.
I'm gonna send it.
Or like towards the entrance of the city. They are dressed in full colors and like bow slung, like weapons at the ready, and are marching to the city entrance.
Is
Can I go up to one and ask?
Belfer with them?
Come on.
Yeah, approaching one, looks over, recognizes the crest, and goes, "Oh, make sure you have all your belongings ready. The giants are at the entrance to the forest, and they seem pretty pissed. So we're getting sent to the front lines to make sure that all the pieces is handled."
I want to send a sending to Edwin.
To Edwin, yeah.
Mhm. We requested the giants come to tell their truth. The truth that you seem to refuse to hear. Please give them an ear. And I would have said you know about the Black Hand or something like that.
There's a short pause, and you get wrong choice of words, little missy. Don't worry, Giant's already too late. If the public want to see Edwin, he'll be dead before they get the chance. I'll finish it myself.
Oh shit.
And we're gonna end the session there.
Ooh. All the Rangers are out of town, so now would be the time to go save them. But till next time. Ooh.
All right.
That wasn't Johan's voice, though.
No, that was you. You said Edwin.
Yeah.
That was sorry. That was sorry. That's Edwin. That was saying that back. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that was Edwin saying that back to you. The leader. All right.
Ooh, man.
Cool. We're gonna end there, and see you guys next week for Arcane of Alisaria.
Rage quit.